TotK here with the Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. I feel I need to apologize right now for a few reasons. Number one, I suspect that this episode is going to be a long one. You probably know how long it is already. I don't. You can look right down at the, way down at the bottom there, where it shows that there's a little, move your mouse and then a red line comes up. It's called a, I forgot what it's called, a track bar or whatever. You know what I mean? Little timeline thing shows you how long it is. Me? I got no idea. Because today, what I wanted to do, and this is probably way overzealous and we're only going to make maybe half of this goal or maybe none of it. I wanted to just go into the depths and genuinely try and get as many light roots as is humanly possible. The ultimate objective would be to get them all today. Just one big hour session, because usually when we're actually like just running around looking for them, not too hard to get to. And it's pretty easy to know where they are because you just go wherever it is dark. In addition to the fact that they are in the same place as the ones on the surface. Also in editing, I listened back and some of the Rito Village, the Rito Village theme does actually come in here in a bit. Dun, dun, dun. Da, 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 but it's just all messed up because it's all awful and there's a cold front in here. So I don't want to waste too much time. I just want to get into the depths and just run around, because usually when we're actually running around going to find them, it doesn't take us too long to find them. It's just I get you distracted by other important stuff. So I'm going to try to avoid zonite deposits and all that. But the plus side is of the being down there is if we come up against a point where I really genuinely need a hovercraft and I don't have the parts for it, we can just go get some zonite because it's everywhere down there. The other few notes I had were that I was mentioning I was all confused earlier at this thing because I was all like, they said a door opened on the western entrance and I was like, huh? But we're on the eastern entrance, because I got confused because that was before we had the map. And I remember I was looking at the shrine when I looked at the radar, thinking I was looking at the labyrinth. So I saw my link facing left. And I was like, oh, okay, so this must be the eastern entrance to the labyrinth, but I was actually facing the shrine and I got confused. So the entrance we opened, I think, was the western entrance that they said opened for us, which makes the most sense anyway. Another note, we definitely flurried, you know, when the goblins go, and they start like wheeling their swords around, and I'm always like, this is the stupidest move because you can't flurry it. We definitely flurried one in one of the past few episodes, and I just completely didn't notice. So either it was always flurryable and I've been an idiot, or they changed it from Breath of the Wild so that it is flurryable in this game. But that is good news, because they do that attack a lot, and I'm always going, oh, I have to shield parry this because I can't flurry it. But you can. It's time, my friends. Let's get into the dark. What I will start with, actually, because I have some insider knowledge from Part 0, is that there's a light route basically right below this shrine, and I think this bit of depths is closed off from the rest, because it is sort of the castle surrounded by a moat and all. So I'll grab that. Bye-bye, Korok. Wow, that Korok just had like the whoa look at its eyes. It's like teleported away. And it's time to just run around, and I might even just be quiet for a lot of the travel, because that you don't have to watch a huge like portion of me just sprinting through the dark, just watching my stamina drain from its 3 bars. That said, the max stamina that we have now will make it exceedingly easier to travel in the dark than we have been finding it, because the thing about traveling in the dark is you don't know how far away the next cliff is, so it can be hard to say when you should be saving it up and your stamina and when you should be using it for a big old jump and all. But if you have a stupidly ridiculous amount, it's not much of a problem. So we're gonna head to the depths right below the castle here. Discovery! Hyrule Castle Chasm. Whoa, it loaded a bit there. And somewhere down here, oh, there's a bit of ambient light. Is there? Oh, maybe it's my imagination. I don't remember it being this light last time I was here in Part 0. Nevertheless, light routes right over here, which is, I believe, right below the shrine we just dived off of. So we can get that one there, and that will add some ambient lights to when we're exploring around the central area as well. Kemobaturis light route. It was Sarutobomak shrine above here. Yes. But as is obvious from this area here, there are a bunch of, and the Tingle Islands, for instance, there are a bunch of shrines wherein, light routes rather, and depths parts that are sort of sectioned off, and they have their own separate entrances, and you can't just, like, for instance, this depths entrance there, we weren't able to just sort of waltz on in there from over here, because it's all closed off between the water. So it may be that there are a few areas in which there are light routes that we won't obviously be able to get just by wandering around the basic areas, and we'll have to come at it from the top and do some more interesting stuff. But also that reminds me that I said earlier that I wanted to find the ones under Korok Forest, and then did not end up doing that. Is there a Colosseum in the depths of the Hyrule Forest? That's terrifying. It makes sense that for a few of them, like this little island, there wouldn't actually be any depths there, because how would you get there unless there was an entrance on this island, which there isn't. But stuff it. What I'm trying to avoid by doing this episode is, I realized that because I hadn't been going in here in the depths very frequently, what this was leading up to was a big climactic thing at the end, where we were at a moment where it was really like we wanted to keep the momentum going, and then I would have to stop and just do light routes for like 20 episodes in a row. So I figured, stuff it, let's just go get a bunch of, just a stupid number of light roots now, just sprint around and get as many as we can, and see how that goes for us. That one did not actually add much light around here, which almost makes it seem like there's another shrine in the castle area right around here. But oh, well, there's this one over here anyway. Since we've got that now one, I don't think it connects anywhere else other than the way we just did it. So let's just go in here and just run into the dark. Wherever there is dark and we know there are shrines, go get light roots. As far as actually, this might even be a very short video on your end, because it might just be me being very silent as I run through all the depths and getting all the light roots, but just ignoring all the actual interesting stuff that's here and just poking the light roots one by one. You might say this is sort of the wrong way to do it, and you're meant to really explore it more gradually as the story goes on, but I feel like getting some heckin' progress made. And there are enough light roots, it's very cavernous, and there are enough light roots on the surface that my brain tells me it won't actually be that difficult to get to them, because these spaces are much more open, and when there's light, actually sometimes easier to traverse than the surface. Less distractions and all, but there are still distractions, which I'm going to try not to get distracted by. Okay, so as far as we know, there's no shrine in between here and this body of water, so presumably there will not be a light route on this side. We're going to have to go around. So instead, I say we head north. Bugger off, you. Doing something important. I could remake the motorcycle thing, but historically, I've not performed very well with that thing. I think I'd want to make something that had a little more presence to it, so it wouldn't get flipped over as easily. If we ever find a good place to get monster wheels, I'm guessing we'll find them more in the Death Mountain sort of region. They would probably be the ideal thing for traversing rough terrain like down here. Listen, we're not doing this. Thanks for the zonite. Interesting. We've no light routes over here in the Gustav Canyon mine, but there are a bunch of Poes illuminating the way. This is the area I dipped my toe in briefly that one time off camera. Also a good chance for us to grab some bomb flowers and postals as we run by them. Oh, someone actually planted a light root here, a bright bloom seed here. But I won't be stopping for zonite deposits very much, because that'll just take so much time. There should be a light route not too far away from us, according to this shrine here, but the fact I don't see it suggests it's either high up or low down from where we are. It's got one heck of a throwing arm on him. It looks like this light route is going to be very high up, so I'll just skirt around the gloom as much as I can and then just keep climbing wherever possible. I definitely see one of those things holding a... Okay, there's actually a silhouette of a mountain here, so I got a better sense of it. I throw one here. There we go. May have to return to the surface at some point to get more bright bloom seeds. Ah, hello! I was just smashing X in the hopes that would be a climbing wall, but it wasn't. Second light route of the day! Got OC light route. Perfect! In only 13 minutes. We're making great time, maybe. It'll probably get faster as we explore this area a bit more thoroughly. As far as we've been able to tell so far, there are never light routes in an area that's already lit up. They each have their own sort of jurisdiction of light, so you won't find another light route, like here, for instance. Because that's part of this light's jurisdiction as far and like the cooperation between these two. Like there'll be obvious dark spots as far as we know. Okay, so we're getting a better sense of this whole area from all these light routes. So presumably by the time we get one that's around here, from this shrine probably, we'll be able to see about as much of this as we're ever gonna. Which means heading east. And they've even given us a little hole to climb out of right here, just for that purpose. If we come across like a really obvious treasure chest, like that's in one of those little pedestals and it's like 10 feet away, sure, we'll go grab the DLC armor or new armor that it's from it, because not all of it's DLC armor, we also got the miner's gear from one such chest, I think. Oh, that was more in like the actual encampment anyway. Point is, I'm not going to go out of my way for treasure, but if it falls right into our lap, sure. Treasure and spoils and everything important in life. Wow, this is very wide open. It seems like Frog's territory to me. Everyone be on your guard. There's a light route we haven't done. I wonder what, if anything, happens for getting all the light routes. Perhaps Joshua will have some interest in you doing that. We probably should follow up that Koga quest at some point, though, and we may be forced to down here. It may be that near one of the light routes in the Gerudo area, he's just kind of hanging around there like, wanna unlock this, do you? Ha-ha! Get run over by a monster truck! As far as we could tell before, the majority of the weapons that are on these such pillars here that are in the open are more like travelers and soldiers gear, and then as you get into like more eclectic corners of the world, you've got a bit more like up into the knights and perhaps even royal territory. Now that I'm doing a lot more depths traveling, I am understanding the use of this whole gloom resist status effect before. A status effect, period. Before, I thought that it was a bit more useless because I was like, well, it doesn't protect you from the gloom in combat. As in that a gloomed up cursed enemies do to you. Sion Shrine or whatever it was, that was the backwards of Kiononis, or Kiononis. Ah, that's a bit better. Oh, there's an hidden passage in the depths. No, okay, I believe that's just, I thought this was trying to say that these two connected somehow, but I don't think so. I think perhaps, it's just saying that this hole here goes out to over here in the end. With a few side passages and stuff. Or maybe this is the only entrance. We have a bit of knowledge about that from part 0, but, you know, I was hardly going and stopping and relaxedly gathering maps. These bunch of pawns here have created some blockage in the path over here, but there's still a way through. Oh, wow. The more light this place gets, the cooler it looks. It's kind of weird. You'd think it would be more cool when it's, like, got the incredibly dark lighting in it, or it's all moody, but at the same time, just seeing the light fade into, like, the stalactites in the back is so cool. Especially up above, where there's this weird green layer of, like, fog. Oh, I'm sitting on a bad area there. I didn't realize. Sorry. And there are these roots, too, which look so demonic and important. Oh, yeah, my light root! Unlocked. Let's see what that gives us. This whole, well, a chunk of this eastern bit, but we know there's a shrine up on an island to the north, so it probably won't give us all of it. Ah, yes, of course, and it's a highly built bridge up there, so the depths won't cross it. Interesting. How does one get into there, then? Perhaps there'll be a secret passage in and around one of these areas. Oh yeah, because the land gets kind of close over here, even though that's a highly built bridge again. Perhaps we better jump into this depths entrance now. It's a hostile slope Skyview Tower. Let's jump into the depths near that one. As we get more light roots around all edges, it'll become clear where the water does block you and does not. Because there are a few areas where the water isn't very shallow, so I think, or is rather shallow, so I imagine that it doesn't really constitute any sort of serious depths entrance there. Oh, is that, this is Kakariko Village. We're going to just breeze by here. I was thinking that maybe after we finish the Rito Village main quest, we would do one episode as well, similar to this, in that it's going to be lengthy and sort of just a heck of a lot of stuff out of the way that isn't really main objectives exactly. Well, that's the light roots we've called a main objective in this run. Nevertheless, I was thinking that maybe after the Rito Village, when we would go around to all the settlements we've opened but not explored thoroughly, and just talk to people and round up a bunch of quests. We could also unlock a shrine over here while we're here, which is probably wise. I won't go in and do it, though. I've seen a bit of Kakariko Village and how it's changed since Breath of the Wild, but not been here for very long. Oh, and here's the shrine. That's convenient. There are these huge Zonai ring ruins, which have some serious importance here. I suppose we won't find Impa here, but we'll find Papaya, right? Makasura Shrine! Open! And hopefully we won't forget to do that later. Kakariko Village! Here we are. First time being here in this game. Is the music... It's like a little redone from Breath of the Wild, but it's the same general idea, I think. It's quite cool. Either that or it's the same, but I'm just not used to hearing the evening version. Nevertheless, oh, we don't have that many of these. Sure, we'll use one large one just to get a whole bunch of these and ensure that we get all of the different parts it can give us, which are... Ooh, is that a stabilizer? Lots of stabilizers. Oh, and monster wheels! Look what I was just talking about. A powered zone device that wants to move. It's a big, mean wheel that excels at tearing through environments that might challenge smaller wheels. It can handle shallow water. Oh, sweet. So here it is, balloon, big wheel. Damn, we still are missing one. Have we got any silly horns I can give in the hopes of finding this last one? Don't say I'm out of Zonai horns. Oh, here we go. We'll just use the weakest ones first, because as far as we can tell, they all just give one. Come on. One of these has got to be the... Were those all wheels? Oh, fans as well. Cool. That was the one we were missing, right? Yep. Great. Well, I was complaining about not having big wheels. Now we got some. We might yet make another Zonai device before this episode is out. Probably not. I'm happy about enough of... Happy enough with the pace we're going with walking, and sometimes the vehicles can be more trouble than they're worth. They would probably be more useful if we were that worried about getting our hearts gloomed. Oh yeah, we're in one of the ring ruins. Yeah, so I feel like I'm trespassing. Sorry about this. Trespassing in your historical dig site. I'll be back soon. We'll be able to see Paya again. That's so nice. Isn't she the, like, village elder or something at this point? Impa made her granddaughter Paya the new chief. Oh, I can't wait to see that. I hope she's gained some... confidence since then. Not that, I mean, you know, not that she has to be confident for her opinions and values to mean anything, or that it, not that I didn't find it super cute when she was nervous and stuff. That's fine. But just because it did seem like it was more than she was just a little shy. It was a bit like she had a lot of anxiety issues that were actually like plaguing her day to day, and I would not wish that upon anyone. And as far as we could tell, she was quite diligent and capable. So I would hope she has some more pride and all. Discovery! East Hill Chasm. I mean, the map really discovered it for us. I don't feel like I had much part in that, but we know there's at least one shrine rather close. I'm glad they have the sense to put some pose at the bottom here so that you can tell where the ground is and not obliterate yourself. That's very kind of them. Did something... Oh, my God! I was like, I don't remember having 3 sages. What is this other entity that's walking around here? I thought I saw something shiny fall from the up top. Like it had the yellow sparkles like a normal item. Is what I thought. Right, there's one light route this away over yonder hill. I believe that is the Kakariko village one we were just at. Oh no, I'm going to something else here. Let's turn around then, because the other one's got to be closer. But judging by Link's panting, we were heading somewhat uphill a moment ago. Just something... oh! Did you see the way the tree came out of the fog in the dark there? That was so cool. That's what I'm talking about. The lighting, like even though the lighting isn't always exactly faithful to reality in this game, there are some really cool lighting effects. I am astonished we did not get gloomed throughout that. Oh, like look at that. Look at the way the fog creeps around in this area and kind of gives like a fuzzy outline of the area here. Dude, it just looks so dope. We're on some kind of zonai construction here. Oh wow, and there's light in the distance. And a bunch of wheels and stuff here. And some stakes as well, but perhaps it would be easier if I just climbed it. Oh, this is the light route. So I don't actually have to go up on top of this wall to get to it. That's easier for me. Arusakam, light route. Shrite route. Whoosh! Let there be light. Not much. That implies that there are actually a number of shrines around here that will comprise all the lights that's close by. Oh, there are more ring ruins here in the depths. Is that what all this stuff I was climbing on was? Yeah, see this light route here, lit up this, the whole island, and then a whole bunch of the coast here. So that one's a lot more powerful than this little one, which implies there are more shrines around it that will make up the light in this area. Yeah, go on. Let's head this way because we don't have the shrines here, so it's going to be probably harder. We don't have the shrines there, so it's going to be probably harder to figure out where the light routes are. We'll get the hardest thing out of the way first. Wow, there's really interesting stuff going on here. What's with those? Oh, they're just lanterns, I guess. Huh. Yeah, this definitely bears further investigation in an episode that isn't just a light route gathering one. I see why I was having trouble navigating this place in the dark, though. I kind of like about the design in this game that a lot of people complained that the climbing was very slow in Breath of the Wild, and it's still there as an alternative to vehicles in this game, basically, is how it sort of works. According to me, anyway. That's sort of how I feel about it. It seems to be just a straight shot to this one. Yiga base, by the look of it. Yep, upside down Sheikah symbols and all. Why would the Yiga adopt the... Oh, this is a huge statue of Azora by the look of it. Why the Yiga would adapt the Zonai symbol when if Ganon was like a sworn enemy of the Zonai, I'm not sure. Maybe just to mock them, I guess, but... It provides some cool visual imagery, so I can't knock it. Takaruk light routes, so that's Kurakat Shrine up above here, which I believe we do not have. Oh, wow, that one was crazy bright. But they also do, I think they do cooperate. Like, if you have two in the area, it's better than either of them individually. They both expand a bit. Yeah, because this one alone was only going to, like, here. But now that we've got both of them, it extends even as far as out here. There's one for sure. I'll just mark it in case something gets in between us. Or if I get distracted by something, that's entirely possible as well. Must prepare for the possibility of my utter idiocy. Or these evil roots or tendrils. That one seems to be an endpoint for them. Ugh. Nerve-wracking. What? Oh, I fell off something. Dang it, I was one-handing it because I was taking a drink of water. Alright, clearly I hit some point where it got too steep to really climb. But the light route is apparently like right to our right here, so it's just a sheer wall here. Should be able to find some areas that it's beveled enough we can make our way up. Although I probably should use another Blight Bloom Seed right now. Sorry, I'm always saying that wrong. Bright Bloom Seed. Oh, this is sendable probably. Ah, booyah! Emerge, victorious Link! And seize your light route! Migo light route! Ogim shrine is above here then. Yeah, another one we don't have in the Lanayru Heights sort of area here. Oh, this is just one little tiny cliff on this area. Oh, right, because there's this whole big, it's almost like a basin, but not quite. It's like a flooded valley almost is more like what it really is. Great, so we can be pretty confident there are no shrines in this area. No shrines or light routes that we don't have in this area, because we've got a very good chunk of that now. Since I'm already facing this way, sure, I'll just carry on ahead here towards the next steps entrance and Mount Lanayru. I mean, look at this little area here. Just the imagination that went into this. Hop of a mushroom. Onto an ancient rock pillar. Oh, there's a light route right here. I was looking at that one over there, but look at this one. Ah, so there's another shrine that close to this one? Good to know. I suppose that is one way that these the depths are also very helpful. Jogu Shrine or Jogo Shrine is that it's much easier to get from light route to light route than it is from shrine to shrine, I would say, because the topography is sort of inversed. There are a lot more dips and than high mountains that are rugged and hard to cross, I guess. So even though traversal here is otherwise kind of awkward, it's easy to see where shrines and light routes are. Light routes are from a distance, which lets you know where shrines are from a distance. Was that a light route way in the distance I saw? Yes, it is. Go there next, then. Look at these trees and the way they split off into like weird grass at the top too. Oh, it's so cool! Add that for your so cool tally. Ah, but this is a fun and nice chill. I thought that this was going to be much more. I thought I was being overconfident, and this was actually going to be a lot harder than I was expecting. Because so far, in most times on this channel, whenever I've said something like, "Oh, this is probably going to be really easy," it's turned into like a 6-hour awful video. Usaka's light route. But you know what? I like the pace we're going at here. This is making me very happy. That'll add a lot of light to this area. Perfect, but we know there's not one not too far away, so... Obviously, it wouldn't light up all the area to the northeast. Wow, it goes quite deep there. Or no, it's Mount Lanayru. Right, so it gets way deeper when you're over there. Where was the other one we had marked? Oh, I had marked one way in the distance over here. Cool. So we know that there's even one over here, and then down here into Hateno. 2 in Hateno, really. Again, hard to judge the layout from here. Oh, no, yeah, actually, this... Whoa, did I land... No. There's no shot that I just land on, like, one route that would perfectly lead me up there. What are the... I am the luckiest man alive. Are you kidding me? Oh, okay, there are a few. Never mind. I thought there was just one going across, and in the dark, I somehow accidentally managed to end my way onto it. Oh, it's not actually that high up from the ground. Okay, never mind. Maybe I'm overhyping it or something, but it feels like it would have been really difficult to create an area underground that was cohesive with the water lines, but that also had enough open space at each shrine position to put one of these light roots. This game is just a marvel of computer science in so many ways, even setting aside its quality as a game. Siaki's light route. Whoosh. Oh, that's nice. You can see basically all of Mount Lanayru here. Walnut Canyon Mine. I remember Walnut being a place name in Breath of the Wild, and that was very cute, but I don't think... Is that from any of the other ones? It sounds like it could almost be something from Minish Cap, which I haven't played. We should see it just as we crest over this area here. Or not. Let's hop backwards. Oh, you can see the trail of light roots we've made over there. Now that from the distance it really... Hold on. Really gives you a much better sense of it all, doesn't it? The huge sort of distance and the structure of the place we traveled. Wow, it's crazy to see all from a distance. Especially as you can see the bit in the middle that's dark here. Which is up towards the... Oh, okay, so there must be a shrine. Either this one will light up this whole area a lot, or there'll be a shrine on the northern tip of this Mount Lanayru somewhere. There we go. Ah, yes, there's a lip right there. Gotcha. Thank you, Zonite Bow. Is anything here? Yes, there is. Oh, God, I got mushroom grass in my mouth. Kimi Madanash light root. Kimi Madana? Kimi Mamina. Ooh, wow. So the west of here, this is all into Hateno Village, which explains why it sort of very, like, comes to a much of point here, because this light route that's under this one is probably not going to get us too much, but once we get this one, it'll scoop out a bit more of this one here. Sorry, I said scoop out because I was reading scoop it out while I did that. I'm always, I definitely have that problem where if I'm reading at the same time as I'm speaking, I just say what I'm reading. Regardless of if it's what I'm trying to say, I cannot do both at the same time. Very fortunately, in that place, it was kind of apropos. Oh yeah, wow, if we'd gone this way, it would have been much easier to sort of climb these stairs. Oh man, you can really see the whole, like, this huge cavernous area now and just how much work they put into the design of it. Now that we've got all this ambient light. Damn! Is that the ceiling that I'm seeing here? This like, silhouette here? I think it is. Oh, man. Oh, it really gives you that sort of stuffy underground feel, but at the same time, it's like it makes me think of Moria from Lord of the Rings. Just that, like, huge, sprawling underground area where you're like, man, if someone on the ceiling on the surface stomps too hard, this entire place is caving in. There's some Zonite stuff, as expected, near a settlement. That seems to be where we find most of them. It's interesting then. Did we subconsciously, as Hylians, build all these settlements where our Zonite ancestors / ancient allies had their settlements in the depths? We still don't really have any much explanation for why the Zonai were in the depths. Is that where they came from initially? They haven't really brought it up in any of the memories. The depths are just kind of also here. Ah, sorry. That's the one that's more into Hateno, whereas this is the one that's right below the lab. Skydive! I think I said already, Kisihaya Light Root. This game is a lot like Metal Gear Solid 5 Phantom Pain's relationship to, wow, you can really just see the small circle of that Hateno Village shrine is there, Light Root is there. Like I was saying before, this will make it very easy to pinpoint. Once we only have like 2 or 3 left, it'll be very obvious where they are because there'll be like a little circle around them. Anyway, it's much like Phantom Pain is the Ground Zeroes, where like it improves upon a bunch of little quality of life things from Breath of the Wild that just make it that little bit more, the world a bit more tangible. Pressing R to be able to go into a skydive makes falling great distances feel a bit more dramatic and right somehow, as well as gives you more control in the air, which makes sense because there's more aerial traversal in this game. Diving from a great height now makes a bit more of like a splash where you can sort of see the rain all, like the water splashes up about you and rains down around your ears. I think I was saying this in part 0, so I'll reiterate for anyone who might have, in case you skipped that one to avoid spoilers or whatever. Abandoned Tateno Mine. Ah, I see. Abandoned by whom? Oh, I'm going into a base here, but there was a nice looking big Poe on top of this mushroom. I just want to sweep up there and get it. I forget where I was going with that, but the point is, those little quality of life changes just make the world feel like it's not just Breath of the Wild with some extra stuff in it. It's more like they took the criticisms and comments from Breath of the Wild and all the other thoughts into the design of it to make it actually feel much more cohesive, as cohesive as possible when designing the new area. Oh, this is they've got a forge here, so there's probably some stuff you could buy and all. I thought it was overrun by the Yiga. It looks a little scary around like those lanterns on that mushroom looked a little sketchy. Kimina's a light root. Is it Zonmik, the shrine that's in Hateno? I didn't realize. The name doesn't sound familiar at all. Yes, this bears a repeat excursion at some point, this abandoned Tateno mine. Yep, sure enough, Zonmik Shrine. I guess if you had one of those planes that like they made with the wing where there are fans on the back, it's sort of easier to navigate that than it is to maneuver, say, my hovercraft thing that mostly goes up. But I feel like the wings disappear pretty quickly and I don't really want that. Especially if I don't know where the ceiling is, I'll probably just bump into it and then fall off and then I won't know where the floor is either and we'll all die. If we get to the Gerudo part of the depths and there's a very obvious point where Kogo's going to fight us if we walk through, I'll try and avoid it for a later episode. So we can save it for a later episode, because this is chiefly about getting the lightroots and not about doing much other progress. But if it becomes unavoidable, like I accidentally stumble into it, that's fine, we'll fight him. I'm not seeing much in the way of lightroots here. I think I'm in a corner, and that's probably why. Yep, that's exactly why. Is there a body of water here? Yes, there is. I should get around it. And again, apologies if you can see some obvious lightroots in the distance in the gloom that I can't. But as I said before, my capture card records a bit brighter than I get to see, for reasons unknown. When we get to the rainforest portion of this, it's going to be very difficult to traverse with all the bodies of water. All that said, maybe that'll make the passages a bit more linear and easy to navigate. Oh yeah, there's a light route. Let's mark that before I lose it. I already lost it. Okay, hang on. Oh, it's behind a wall from where Link is. Okay, I see. Perfect. It's a bit farther to the shore than I was hoping to go, but if it'll help us see this area a bit better, then it will. Oh my god, I fell off a huge cliff just then. I like that they have a lot of gloom in the depths here to sort of discourage you from... Oh, I'm on some kind of mushroom, surely. Discourage you from going in blind like I'm doing here. Because you're most likely to fall into some big pit that you can't get out of and get gloomed to death. So I like that the traveling in the darkness isn't just... Oh, it's a bit tedious because I can't see where I'm going, so I have to fiddle around a lot. It's like, no, it's also probably dangerous. the real risk makes it much more satisfying to overcome, I think. Okay, I'm on top of something. Let's throw a bright bloom seed right at my feet. You can throw it. That's okay as well, Link. Okay, he won't throw it for some reason. Throw up, maybe? There's not enough room to throw? Maybe shoot one then. Oh, I see. There was not enough room to throw. No, I agree with you now. Where am I going? Right. This way. Ah, I see it now. Oh, wow. With that little bit of ambient light and the blue light from the gloom, I can see this is a huge area we're soaring over here. This should be ascendable. There's clearly a roof above us here. Out we get. Another ascent is in order here. Quickly, please. Oh, God. Quickly, please. Oh, God, where? Bright bloom away. There we go. Well, there's a bit more zonite construction up here as well. I was estimating when we began this series that it would take around 120 episodes, because I was saying there are around 120 shrines. Maybe one shrine an episode is a reasonable average, considering not every... some episodes will get a few shrines, and some episodes will be doing no shrines, because we'll be doing story stuff. And I feel like that was a somewhat reasonable estimate, although since we made such amazing progress in these past few episodes, we're up at around 80 shrines. Not quite, but we're around there. And we're going to have... ideally, nearly all the light roots before this episode is out. And then it's just like a few more story missions, and then there's not much else left to do in the main bit of it. But like 40 more shrines. I'm thinking there might be only like, maybe we'll be able to end the series around episode 90? I'm not sure. We'll have to see. Mimu Feast, Light Root. So Sifu Mim Shrine, which does actually sound familiar. So that was the one on the beach we got. Ah, I see. Okay, so there must be one right to the east of here. Oh, that was right to the north of Lorellan, right. Okay. Ah, okay, there's a shrine here. So there must be something going on in this, like that aqueduct or whatever it was. The Cliff's Base Cave, right? We never actually managed to find a way in. So there's some other entrance, presumably. And there's got to be a shrine in there. In fact, maybe the only way to get in there is from some kind of depths entrance here. Or depths exit, I guess. Oh, here's the light route. That was class. Once again, it seems to be way deep, in part because there's the mountain here that is quite... The mountain that is quite tall itself. Kotemab lightroot, meaning Bamitok shrine is above here. That'll light up this whole area pretty thoroughly. Yeah. Yeah, that's so cool. You can really see the shape of, what was it, Dunslin Mountain? Mount Dunsel. You can see the shape of Mount Dunsel here in the depths in this big divot. So cool. Wow, we've got this entire southeastern corner very thoroughly done now. Let's head to the top and get some fairies. Would you like to be tickled? That's more like it. No! Forest Emu, get off the... Oh, God! It actually hits it. That's so grim. I'm sorry. No, just stand away from this thing. It's not good for you. It's possible our travels will even take us below Death Mountain in an area we've not been at all yet. Whoa. You really need to cool it with the shooting rockets at innocent people. What is that up there? Oh, was that the rocket they shot at me? It went way high into the sky. Brr, it's cold. My glider blinks red as well. I never noticed that. Come here, you. Got it. Who's that? Nadra? Nadra seems to be the dragon I see the most often. You know what, actually, if we've got a chance, we should probably try and glide our way over to them and get on their back and get some of their spikes. Sorry, I know I said I wouldn't get distracted, but this is kind of important. How often will we have an opportunity where there's a dragon right below us so easy to get to? Well, the other dragons aside from the white dragon fly pretty close to the ground. I guess it wouldn't be that hard, but since it's there. Well, look how far easy it is to get over there with this. It seems to be curving around to us here, so we might even just be able to sort of swoop by it. Probably if we were on the ground near it at this point, we would have an easy time getting up to it because it would give us an updraft. Oh, wow, look at this. This view of the coastline from this angle is really cool looking. Oh, this game's gorgeous. You can tell from here, though, that the rock pattern on that mountain is very much, like, tessellated. You can see Kakariko from here, and the castle. Wow, what a vista this is. Right. This will get us over there easy. How maneuverable we is! Oh, we get a picture of an Aracuda from its back as well. Oh, I guess it makes sense it would be double cold on this thing's back, doesn't it? Paraglider fabric. Doesn't have to be a good picture. Very good, so we can actually target particularly a talon if we want. Yeah, I think the talons are usually the hardest ones to get rather than the horns, so I'm gonna... But I'll do that last, so we can... Oh, there's a Hinox down there. Let me just put a skull around here so I can run into that Hinox sometime later. If we think there's some reward for getting them all. Ah, but what we're really here for is the spike, because we know we can photograph those in the book. Even though it doesn't seem to fuse for too much power. Might be good for putting on arrows and or selling or something. I don't think we've tried either. 10's probably good enough. So I'll fly past the hand now and see about getting ourselves a nail. Ding! Where's that gonna fall? Down. Oh, I almost caught it. Oh, I caught it right out of the air. Hell yeah. Nature's Claw. 18 feet of attack power. This valuable claw was once nearly frozen. Attach it to a weapon to greatly increase attack power. Can also be cooked or sold for some rupees. Yeah. That's probably most of what we're going to be doing with these dragon things. Speaking of, I definitely want to, at some point, try... You know what? I might just do it now. First of all, let's head back to the depths right around here and head west. I'm going to convert our tickle stick into a potential rod of healing. Oh, there was a cherry blossom tree by the Broken Heart pond up there. Is that right? Because I wanted to test how this healing weapon property of the weapon goes. Does it just procedurally heal you as you have it out? Or does it have to be that you hit an enemy with it before you heal? Because if it just procedurally heals you, that's incredible. And we can just wield it. You could just hold it in cold areas and be fine, for instance. But first of all, we also want to photograph this, because we know these are photographable. It sparkles, too. I hadn't realized, but the Light Dragon spike is at the far end of the materials list. I wonder if these ones are horns, then, because why else would it go Dinral, Farash, Nadra, and then these 3 spaces here before the Light Dragon? But then you would think the Light Dragon's horn would be a thing. I don't know. We also have a Light Dragon scale, don't we? Yeah, we do. Anyway, Light Dragon spike. Let's put that on our formerly tickle stick here and see if just holding it is enough to heal you. Or maybe swinging it at nothing. It's like a little healing rod I've made. Doesn't seem to have healed us yet, so I guess it only heals you when you strike an enemy. We'll test that out at some point as we carry on in these depths here. I gather putting on a tree branch was probably pretty stupid. Because it's not going to last very long. Shard Hammer! Light Dragon Hammer! Oh, that's cool. But I was more proof of concepting it than rather than actually thinking we would use it as something important right now. Well, this is an interesting formation here. Huge stone pillar, but with like some fungal platforms around. Sure, a lot of pose around here. I'm not seeing tons in the way of light roots. Here's where the purple one is. I'm just going to run over there and see if I see anything there. That was just my guess as to where one might be based on the shadows. Large plains of fiddleheads around here. But a light root I do not see. So I'll just head on towards the next one we do know is here, which is this green one. Although it would involve going around some of the rainforest bodies of water. Which, oh, there's a frogs. Is it blue-white frogs? Let's avoid them. A frog's paraglider design would be pretty sweet. A large monster that dwells in the depths, has aura on its back to lure enemies, can shake off enemies who climb atop it and then snatch them midair. Its large mouth allows it to swallow whatever hungers for in one gulp. Right, that's well, that's after obsidian, so it's probably stronger than. So it only goes frogs, obsidian frogs, and blue-white frogs. This is the strongest of any frogs type. Is that what I'm understanding here? So we should definitely avoid that for now. Oh, wow, I nearly fell off a huge cliff here. It does seem like it's going to take a little longer than I had expected, but it's certainly not terribly difficult doing this the way we're doing it, I would say. But what that means is there's a possibility that we'll get like 60 and then I'll lose steam and we'll just have to call it there of having gotten like a fair chunk of the depths, the lightroots, done in this episode. But even that wouldn't upset me. I mean, the progress we made already is quite likable. This is a much more complete picture of the depths than we had early at the beginning of this episode, for sure. Thank you, max stamina. Josh, lightroot. How much does that give us? Oh, wow, that's a really likable chunk. So I guess there isn't too much going on in the rainforest here, shrine and lightroot-wise, because of all the bodies of water. Although I guess they can't. The shrines can't exactly be in bodies of water on the surface either, can they? So the way it kind of crops in here, it does seem like there's probably a light route like right up in this area, and I think for thoroughness' sake, I think I'd like to go and deal with that now. Should be easier to do, even though we're going back on our own steps here a bit, with more of the landscape uncovered here. The area's a bit less inscrutable. It's a bit more scrutable. Alright, time to see if smacking these things gets our Oh yeah, so as you smack someone with this thing, and I don't know if it depends on how much damage you deal or if it's just every strike gives you a quarter of a heart, but sure enough, smacking people with this thing heals you. Weird. Oh, sorry, you can chill with that. So it's probably best suited to pole arms then, which I guess makes sense because it's a big pointy spike. I imagine it's got some reasonable durability on it as well, so it shouldn't be too hard to get a lot of mileage out of it, I imagine, if you put it on a decent weapon. Wow, I'm lucky I didn't end up here when I was in the dark. This would have been horrible to travel without no understanding what was going on. All that stuff said, though, I bet something very interesting is happening here. I bet that, what with all the nooks and crannies that this rainforest area creates in the depths here, there are probably some interesting things in the little bits that are just right around the lakes and stuff. Like that there looks rather interesting, doesn't it? Oh, it's another base. Is that a silver moblin or what? Or a silver boss bokoblin? Yeah! Not fought one of those yet, and I don't think now's the time. But I bet the horn they gave has some wicked power on it. Oh, it looks cool. It's like a buzzsaw. The mightiest of all boss bokoblins. It's a wonder that they're related at all to the lowly garden variety bokoblin. The evil power of the Demon King dwells in their bodies and horns, enabling formidable attacks. And watch out for the elite minions that hang around them too. I guess they're garden variety for Link, but I don't know. For me, considering even those like red bokoblins, you'd have to throw like, because I'm not gonna have. I mean, I guess I could use like a broom. Brooms apparently have an attack power of like 4 or something in this world. Granted, that's when wielded by Link, who's pretty friggin' strong. So assuming I'm maybe a 10th as physically strong as Link, which even then seems a bit generous, me wielding like a common implement like a broom would be doing, what's a 10th of 4? 4 over 10, 0.4, I guess, duh. And they have about 15 or 16 health, red bokoblins do? Is that right? That sounds right to me. It would take me like 40 strikes with one, just smacking it with a broom before I'd defeat it, which I guess 40 smacks with a broom to kill something does make it sound somewhat weak, doesn't it? Ah, there's a light root. Let's mark that because it's way in the distance. All I'm saying is I don't want to try and fight a bokoblin. Their punches do like half a heart, and I sort of assume that a normal human has like a heart. Whereas Link starts with 3. So I have to hit it 40 times before he punches me twice? Nah, I'm not liking those odds. I don't think I would last long in this world. Is that a muddy waterfall beside it? What am I seeing here? What is it that I am looking at? If nothing else, when we're going through all these depths, we're going to find a heck of a lot of stuff that makes us say, oh yeah, we're coming back here later. Which is good in and of itself. Here I was thinking I'd seen everything the depths had to offer. Is that... Oh, is it magma? It might be. So there might be some of this we can't do yet if it's going to be that we're going to start... Our clothes are going to start catching fire as we get close to it. Yeah, it's certainly not dirt. or muddy water, whatever I said it was. This mercifully is gloom and not magma. / lava. I think magma's a bit more... I think of magma as being slower flowing. So that's I would say this looks more like magma, but I don't actually know what I'm talking about. I think of lava as being the point at which it's like a non-molassesy liquid and flows very fast. It's lava, all right. Oh, the very air is burning. Oh, hang on. Okay, so we're at the point where wooden weapons and stuff will catch fire, but I won't. Oh, now I will. Okay, abort. Don't catch fire. What? Stop. Okay, but there is a light route here that we might be able to zip up to quickly. But there may not. It may be that there's a lot of areas here that we don't get to. We will not be able to explore too thoroughly, especially probably around Death Mountain, till we have more ways to deal with being on fire. Do I have any fireproof elixirs? I feel like I got a lizard at some point, but that's no. We could obviously just tank it with lots of healing items, I guess, and all the fairies we just recently got. It explains why there's a hot spring above the ground here. So maybe it's very, very localized. It might just be. Can I ascend through this? Oh, I could for a sec there. It's probably gonna bring us into catching fire territory, but if I just sprint over there... Eek! Oh no, maybe I guess it's quite localized near the lava then. That's not so bad. Ecot lightroot! Might mean that's not even that bad in the Death Mountain region. That ought to give us a lot, right? I can't imagine there's too much more around here in the way of lightroots. Perfect! Dude, look at how... these three cover this entire area? That's wild. It's hard to say if this area here will meet up with all this. But there's a depth entrance here if that isn't the case. Actually, you know what? I'm going to start from over here and get this depth here. Oh, there's probably a bit of depth that is just the lake here. Start here so we can get this one because it's close by, and then we'll have a better idea. That'll be sort of a midpoint, and we'll get a lot more light from that, I reckon. Adventure stretch. Oh. What are this? Was this the Poplar Tower? Poplar Foothills Tower? Poplar Foothills Skyview Tower. Indeed it is. And that depth entrance is this away. Entirely wrong. This way. Oh, is that a shrine blinking going off? So there's a shrine right nearby. Is that it? That I'm headed towards, in fact. Not to mention another well over here. Is the shrine just in the well here? Because I don't see it where I'm actually facing. Oh, it was blinking when I went down here. Day of Village Ruins. We might as well get this shrine just as a teleport point for now, if nothing else, while we're here. Light Dragon Hammer. It is a hammer, so that's good for this kind of thing, isn't it? There we go. Oh, it even heals me if I bonk something that's not a... Oh, does it heal you if you bonk just the ground? No, okay, it has to actually be a target that it's effective on, I see. Never thought I'd get health back from mining. Oh boy, that was all that needed. We're in some kind of cave now. Oh, I didn't realize how involved this would be. Actually, this is a good time to stock up on Bright Loom Seeds, so we actually absolutely should take an adventure in this cave right quick. Right, and I guess the bright claps and the glowing effects I've been really neglecting, but they could be helpful down here as well. I feel like from what we saw from the mining thing, it wouldn't do that much, but I guess I'm not going to use them for anything else, right? Oh, no way the shrine is just in this hollow over here. Well, if it is, we won't be able to see it. Oh, why? No, I'm goodbye. Hold a tick. Why do I no longer hear the blinking? Oh, it's over there. That's why. You better not. Was that you who did that? Or was there Noctrox somewhere around here? I don't like that they have legs in this game. It somehow makes them scarier. What? Is there a talus behind me? Oh, there sure is. This is a normal stone talus we don't have. No, it's a luminous one. Goodbye! Oh, something I just want to try right now because I was getting bodied by that talus and that other thing, and I never even thought to do this. But we could probably recall their own thrown hands into them, can't we? Eat this! Nice! Oh, and it knocks them right over. Cool, you can do that. We don't need to fight this now. Let's put a skull there so that if we want to take down all the boss... I'm wondering if since maybe there's a little star that says defeated, there's some reward you get from taking down all the boss monsters in this place. Oh, it's dripping cave water around here. So if we do want to take them all out, I should be marking them as I go if I'm not going to actually fight them at the time. I was extremely lucky that did not hit me. Susub Shrine! Just get that unlocked and grab the Bright Moon Seeds behind it. We won't go in and do it yet. Ah, that's good stuff. Let's get back to the surface. There we go. That's better. You can still hear it thumping around down there. If I swing an ice weapon at the water, does it create an ice thing underneath me? It does. Cool. It's good to know. Hang on. You know how we shoot lasers at full health? Does it happen that if you shoot a laser with an ice weapon on the end of it, it ices the laser? Making it an icy laser? No, it does a little ice effect around you. Okay. That would have been so cool if you could freeze stuff from afar with the lasers from the Master Sword, if you had something icy on the end of it. Ooh, some ruins here worth excavating at some point. But now it is time to return to the depths with the discovery of padding. What is it called? Discovery... Oh, Popplefoot Hills it'll be, right? Oh, Hills of Bomber Chasm, not Popplefoot Hills Chasm. Oh wow, there's something right up here. There's a good pose soul. Not too far into the deep here. Oh, we're at a Ego base already, are we? I'm gonna grab this Grand Po and leave. Where's the nearest shrine? Wait, we just found one over here, so there'll be a light route really close by. There are little lasers on wheels and stuff here. Don't mind me, folks. According to the map, it should be like right, oh, it's to my right, is it? Hang on. Yes, it is. Sorry. Oh, there it is. Pfft. I do like the chime that happens when you discover a new light route as well. It's very calming somehow. Just listen to it. Busus lightroot. It's also it's kind of like an inverse of the one up top where it goes do. Oh wow, since the water is the way it is here, even though it's rather shallow, we're somewhat in a corner here. It's hard to say with this if this goes any farther this way. Yeah, you can use pins to see where the nearest wall is, I guess. That gives you some idea of the layout. That's cool. I'm just gonna arrow time a bright bloom down below me here. Oh, I'm way higher up than I thought. I should be way more scared. Oh, it's water here. Not totally loving that. Oh, please say there are no huge water monsters. I don't think there are, but I'll be so scared. Pose. They wouldn't put pose on something that was water, so surely... I hated that. There was like a half second there where I just kept sinking, and it was like, am I in the middle of the underground, like, the biggest underground ocean that ever was? And I was, oh man, my stomach seized up. That's like my worst fear. No, thank you. Oh, the bright bloom seed sunk in the water. That's not good. I thought that was a thing that didn't happen. Oh, that's not connected to the... Is it connected to this, or is this too steep? Oh no, okay, we can climb out here. I know that logically there's not going to be probably anything really that scary in there, but like, man, just water in the dark is not okay. It's just me, or is the music a bit more dramatic around here? Have I stumbled onto something really important? Or is the whole music of the depths just changed when you get more light roots, maybe? This is not sounding familiar to me at all. This theme that it's playing right now. Listen how dramatic the music is. What's going on here? Where are we? There's Lightroot. It's the one I marked, I'm pretty sure. Oh no, it's another one, so the other one should be even closer here. I put a purple pin down here, but it doesn't actually show up. Is that it there? Oh, so it does show up, sorry. To this one, then that one, I guess. Oh my. Perhaps we are nearing something very important. Oh, Nelly. I've got an interesting feeling about this place. Oh yeah, there's something important going on here. Perhaps we'll avoid it as well for now, and we'll investigate it some other time. Muokuij lightroot. Scanned, and we know there's one just to the north of here. Oh wow, by the look of it, there are three not too far from here. Because obviously there's one we see up there, but then there are these two dark spots right here as well. So if we just put pins there, roughly. I'll start with this one, and I'll try and avoid all the very obvious important stuff that's going on right here. We'll be back for this sometime later. Is the fog in an eye pattern up there? Oh no, it was my imagination. It looked like an awful lot like it for a sec. Wait, listen! Hey, this is not for you, this place, as far as I'm concerned, based on the way it looks and sounds. Look at the bones! Do these bones make a path up to the light route? Because that's so cool, if so. There are constructs here, too. We might be able to rope them and the bokoblins into fighting each other in a minute here. The place is overrun by bokoblins, look at that. Or no, they're all Zonai constructs. And pose souls all over the place. So it was probably... The last place we saw that many pose souls all going to one place was, Temple of Time, right? So this is also a significant place. Which is interesting, because there's not actually all that much going on here in above the surface here. I guess Kakariko isn't too far away, but that's the only thing I can think of. I appreciate that Link, unlike me, does not have the capacity to accidentally faceplant into a wall and break all his teeth. That makes it a lot easier to travel in the dark. Sorry, I said Weisjaw Shrine, was that it? Or Lightroot, rather? Nice. We see Kaj. Wow, and it even extends further up into here. This is some important looking part of... This seems to be part of all this. Oh, maybe this is where the upheaval stems from somehow or something. Because this is an island floating here, isn't it? It is interesting that the Zonai architecture that's down here, it seems a little different from the stuff that's in the Sky Islands, doesn't it? Or maybe it's just that way because of the grass. It fools me. But this island here is suspended by nothing, isn't it? Anyway. The two light routes nearby are this way and then south. Oh, it's not up on top of this whole thing, is it? I should probably make a careful effort not to get, fall off this thing. Right leg depot. Right leg. Maybe I'll just ascend through all this and ignore it for the time being. That's more like it. I obviously don't know exactly where I put the pins vaguely in their area, so it might be that it's on the other side of this river. Oh yeah, it would be, wouldn't it? Probably. Based on the locus of this, the focal point of this dark patch here. So let's head for the purple one first. And then find a way across the river. It's kind of gorgeous seeing the fire keys dance around in the darkness. Siege 2 lightroot. We were not very thorough in this southeastern corner of the world very much at all. We very much skimmed it, so there are a lot of shrines here that this is helping us find. Oh, there's just a Hinox down here. Cool. Let me just mark you as a skull. It's just a blue one, right? It just looks terrifying and awful because of the curse? Yes. Those things look much scarier with red eyes. Oh, you can see the bones on the map at the top left there. Is that a light root there? As in the one we're looking for. Oh no, that's one much closer. Let's go grab that as well, we got a chance. It'll brighten up the area around this whole river that we're sort of confused about. Stone Talus, from whence? Oh, from thence. Stone Talus Rare. Oh, fun. Do we still not have a Stone Talus Normal in the book? Yeah, all I see is Battle Talus, Stone Talus Rare, and Stone Talus Luminous. This is probably just a Stone Talus, isn't it? We don't have it yet. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa. You take that back. Koram Lightroot. Is a Morok Shrine? Do we have a Morok Shrine? Sounds vaguely familiar. This ought to cover a lot. Oh, yeah, that's nice. Yes, we know there's one right up here. We'll be curving up back around north here in a... Oh, no, this is the only one that's left in this part of the land. Is that right? So we better go get this one now as well. We'll curve back around south for that one I was getting initially here in a minute. Oh, dear. More of these Gerudo Gibdo spawners? Oh, yeah, there's just the Gibdo Queen just hanging out there. This is her little rematch point. Well, we know you can get some good crystallized charges from these, most likely, but, I'll just pin that as a skull for now. I wonder if they can be populated with bosses you've not fought in the overworld yet, in which case we're probably going to see some that we haven't fought yet. Oh, there's a chest. Well, don't mind if I do. I wasn't even going for this, but... Hi, friends. Oh, Sunny Light, you guys are the sweetest. Goodbye. Question is, will this be the only light route? Because we don't know of any shrines up around here, but I might have just missed them. That would be in character. Korakut light route. Lovely, and let's see how much that covers for us. It ought to be a lot, because we've got a lot of light routes around here, so it'll cooperate quite a bit. Very good. Yeah, it's kind of hard to say, because we know there's one here, and there's a depths entrance here. Oh, we should go to that one next. We'll go to that one next, get this, just so we can have a better idea of if there's any more needs to be done around here. Then we'll pop back over here to grab this one that's in this little green patch here. But first I gotta stretch my legs, because it's gonna be a long recording and I don't want to develop leg problems more than I already have. You don't want to be cramping while you're fighting monsters now, do you? That's no good for anyone. Oh, that felt amazing. I am psyched and reinvigorated for adventure. This island we're porting over to, I don't know if it's pronounced Mersey Island or Merkay Island, but I believe there's an island of almost identical name, if not identical name, in Phantom Hourglass. That's like the main hub island, I think, isn't it? Or no, maybe it's one of the ones in like the northwest, past the ocean. This one, anyway. Mersey Island. I think it's a Phantom Hourglass reference, anyway. There's one of these that we already did. It's nice to go around and see some that are already done. Just remind us of all our hard work. Oh, wow, this depths entrance has gotten subtle, if you're not looking at it. I imagine we wouldn't have jumped down here before, because we would have gotten that light route really quickly. The Nehru Wetlands Chasm! Wow. I love that the pitch of that note falls like gradually as it plays, so it really gives that sinking feeling in the most literal sense. And here's that close by light route from the John Sao shrine we were just at. So John Sao backwards would be Wasnaj? Wasnaj? Wasnaj! Not much. What's Wasnaj with you? Wasnaj, sorry. And... that's a good sense of things. And as a matter of fact, it does give very much the vibe that there is something still on this portion right here, because you can see there's a very clear round nubbins here, making it seem like there'll be a light route right there. Right, we don't need a pin on this one anymore. Where are all my other pins at? Got the red one up here, yellow one on the shrine that was over here that we saw. Oh, that is all of them accounted for. You only get the 6. But we're up at 45! Look at us go! We're going to surpass our shrines in some time, I guess not soon exactly. That would be probably pretty bold of us to claim it was soon, but sometime. This episode, most likely. Provided my energy holds out. My real-world energy, that is. I'm feeling pretty good after that stretch, so... It just might. And I'm probably going to be able to talk less as we go along, because it'll sort of start to be more of the... I've been talking through my strategy a bunch in this video, a whole bunch, but I'm probably not going to have to say it as much of it as we get down to the areas, because, save for a few rogue lava pools, it mostly, I'm using the same strategy to get by as I go along. Blue-white frogs is an avoid from me. I do love that it's obvious to see them if there's a lot of light, but if it was dark, you might just run into this big eye in the darkness and have no idea what you're looking at. We certainly did the first time. There's going to be a light route. It's going to be this away. That's where I put the pin. Okay, the land dips from there, so it wouldn't be surprising if there was a light route down there, we didn't see it from here. Oh, there's a light route somewhere in visible range. I hit the hill right in front of me. That's not what I meant to do. Sorry. Give me that pin back and I'll put it there. And sure enough, there is one right here where I marked. The way you can tell from the way the shadows are shaped is actually quite satisfying. But does that mean we're missing 2 shrines in and around this area? Yeah, because the one we've marked here is certainly in the middle of, like, something here. Maybe I just didn't have my shrine tracker. Oh, maybe we didn't have the shrine tracker at all when I was traveling around this area. Because we went, like, we went here. How would I have missed that? No. Oh, cool. You can turn these things on and off. I'm not sure what I'm doing the second time I press it. Like this turns everything off, but then I press it again and it does what? I'm not sure. But then the third time it comes back to this. Anyway, we traveled right close to these two, so it's kind of I guess not astonishing that we didn't find them, but if we didn't have the tracker, but I sort of thought we were a bit more thorough in that area than we actually were, it seems. No George, light route. Whoosh. Yeah, now it's very clear there's another one right at the top left there. Oh, that's some goods right there, isn't it? Cornell Canyon Mine. Like I said, if they fall right into our lap, it would just be rude to say no. Treasures of the sky! Oh! Legends say these treasures were once worn by a hero who appeared from the sky riding a mighty bird. It was the official garb of a certain order of knights. I didn't remember there being Skyward Sword DLC armor. Maybe it was amiibo only. But I didn't even remember that from that. I remember looking up what all the amiibo ones were at some point, or I thought I had, and I didn't see Skyward Sword. I thought I didn't see Skyward Sword there, but so it's possible they added that for this game. But either way, that's cool to have. We're gonna have the cosplay of so many of the other games from here on out. With the Wind Waker cap, the Ocarina Stark Link tunic, and the Skyward trousers, we could have a real mixed bag going on here. You know what though? Somehow adventuring with a little pointed cap does feel right. I guess just because I'm used to it from the other games. Not that I really have any distaste for our outfit we've got going here. I do love this one. One more old map we no longer need. Sorry? Oh, it was just the foxlings. Throw it away! Throw it away! Throw it all away! Soldier Bot Sword, shiny, attack up +8. That's up to 20. That's pretty sweet as a base. Sure, we'll just put a silver Macabre horn on it, why don't we? The way you heard it, like, scrape down as it fell. Yoink! A 51 one-hitter. That's just a basic thing with a fast charge attack. That's pretty good. Of course, it does mean it runs out your stamina pretty fast if you're doing it that way. Flux Construct 3. I think not. I think maybe haven't photographed a Flux Construct 2. Is that correct? Wow, this is a cool picture of the sludge like. And a cool picture of Phantom Ganon. We've got some dope pictures in this. To say nothing of that amazing bird we caught around the beginning of this playthrough. Where was that? Yeah, look at that. I mean, that's a once-in-a-lifetime shot right there. Or according to me. It would be for me, anyway. Yeah, we've got Flux Construct 1 and 3, but no 2. So we gotta keep our eyes out every time we see one of those searchlights to see if it's a Flux Construct 2. Zener light route. Or Zener, but somehow that sounds like offensive. That's some good map progress there. There's obviously one on that island there. Is there a way to that from up top of it? Because we know there was a shrine there, but there's no obvious depths entrance here. Curious. Oh, unless there's any chance it's in a cave or a well or something on this island. Let's pop over there and have a look. Because it'd be a shame if this is the one we're missing in the end. In all previous instances where there was a little passage, it was pretty obvious, wasn't it? It's probably just covered by a tree or something here, so you can't see it from the topographical map. Say, Papa, where's the entrance to the depths? Oh, hello. Oh, it's just another pile of gloom hands. Ah, well, whatever, we'll deal with this now. Oh, you can actually freeze the gloom hands. That's useful. Till your Master Sword runs out. Listen, you bunch. I've fought better enemies than you with this Zonite Reaper before. And I expect I shall fight better enemies later. Wow, you guys are just really fond of Grabian champions. Hero worship is an unhealthy and unpleasant thing to behold. Ah, okay, get up there. It doesn't mean grab me. Spin strike at a few of them here. You let him go. Come out and fight me like a phantom. Wow, the music is awesome for this thing, though. Let's try and get use out of one of our flurry things here. Yep. I don't know if we can flurry the spin strike. So let's hope they do not that in a minute here. Yeah, no, I did that wrong. Okay. I knew what way to do it, I just did it wrong. Come on, yeah, there we go. That's the stuff. And flurry. Good, one more of those and we'll have got some good use out of this flurry weapon and yeah, I did that bad. Them just poking him while he's focused on me is hilarious for some reason to me. Come on, try it again, you ugly brute, you. Ow. I was really trying to flurry that one, but it just might not be an option. Whole bunch of apples we've got here. So notch them. Oh, you can flurry it. You just have to just be better at it than I'm usually being. And 1, 2. There we go. That'll do. Do we have an open slot for this gloom sword, by the way? Maybe we can make one. Oh yeah, this thing's almost bust, so... Goodbye, Soldier Reaper. You served us well. We've got an open bow slot for this as well. You know what that doesn't answer, though? Where the depths entrance is. I guess it might not be horribly unreasonable to assume that there could be a cave on the side of this cliff somewhere. Ah! I'm very happy I didn't give up, because I bet you there's a depths entrance in here. Oh yeah, baby! Oh, that's crazy satisfying, because I was just about to give up too. But I knew I was pretty sure it would be something they wouldn't be too dumb about it, and it would be something hidden and somewhere that you could find if you were using your eyes and your brain and your unquenchable wanderlust for in your favor. That's a Frox. I'm gonna go to the light route. Goodbye. Oh, it's over there. Hey, it's awesome how we're so close to each other now. Up a peas, light route. Boost doesn't help us with much, I guess, but except down here. Oh no, it does some ambient light up there as well. Perfect. And there ought to be some interesting treasure around here. There's one of those little platforms with materials on here, but the only other thing I could see down here would be the Frox, and maybe there's some treasure over down there. But anyway, that's not what we're doing this episode. Oh, I'm very glad I found that out. Wow, look at how much we've uncovered here. So the only question is where to next. I suppose we start here because there's one very obviously here, and then we rocket up around Zora's Domain. That sound like fun? Oh no, still gotta get this one. Let's get that quick. Oh, happy about that. My self-esteem has just gone through the roof. Someone stop me before I try and fly with my eyeballs. Wow, look how bright it is around here now. Golly. Golly! Hi. Not far from where I put this other skull. What did I put the other one here for? Is there Hinox over there too? I guess it wouldn't be spawned in from here. Wow, I like that you can target these from really far away and still move the camera all the way around. I've always thought that Zelda was pretty good with targeting systems. I've heard a lot of people disagree about Ocarina's, say. And I certainly would say Ocarina's not as good as Wind Waker, Twilight, and this one's, but I don't think it was that bad. I like this game's targeting system especially, that the bigger an enemy is, the farther their target range is. It just makes a lot of sense. And I think that, not naming any games, Dorsals, could take a hint. Wow, that one I sent over there went way far away. Oh, it slopes off after here. That's perfect. It went all the way over there, jeepers. Well, there's a huge height difference from that bright whimsy down there and this one here, so we've got to be careful not to fall willy-nilly anywhere. We should be more effectively letting a path as we go here. There we go. There are some areas where it's like the terrain isn't actually all that disjointed. It's pretty much like a straight slope or a straight walk, so you don't actually need the light that much, but it is not always so. I'm gonna use these mushrooms to make my way, I think. Looks pretty high otherwise. Oh, come on, that's just about close enough, right? Yeah! I was able to put a bright bloom seed there, so now... Oh, maybe this is the top of the cave. Oh, sorry. I'm going much too high, then. I'm trying to be around this corner, but it won't be quite that high. Well, it's nearly that high, but I was climbing the wrong thing is the point. All right, I'm starting to go a bit upside down here, so see if I can put a bright bloom seed here and see where I actually am. Okay, I'm actually quite close to the lip here. Probably I'll eat my stamina thing with some stamina thing here because this would be a bad fall to have right here. I'm way high up here. Oh, was paying attention to how high up I was and not how close I was to falling off. Let's eat these huge pile of stamp bulbs here. Catch quickly and climb that back up that I just dropped there. It could have turned out much worse if I had been paying even less attention. If you can imagine such a scenario. Come on, Link, climb the soft, grippy fungus. And then wash your hands, please. Might be able to make it just with our red jump here. We're at damn close. Oh, I missed it again. I climbed too close to the sun. No way this fails. What? Okay, really not gonna mess around here. I'm totally screwing this up. Okay. I was so close to the top there, I'm like, I guess my camera angle was wonky, but I thought I was much closer than I actually was. Okay, just use all my stamina things to get to the top here. This is gonna be really stupid if I got this far and then just wasted it right at the end by being a profound idiot. This actually is maybe walkable here. No, don't go for that. Just climb up the damn thing. Right, okay, I thought this area here was much more flat than it was. I thought it was much closer to the top. That was so dense. Definitely need to cook some stamina food next time we have a chance. Oh, have we got any ingredients for it? Because we have a bunch of pourable pots. Yeah, we've got some stem mushrooms. Let's make a bunch of heavy mixes here. So say lightroot. Whole bunch of those now, which is nice. Each of those will give us one more red jump, which is a great deal of distance. And Seminoka bass, we know they're quite a bit harder to come by. Ooh, bright-eyed crab. This will give us a heck of a lot of stamina, I think, if we just put all 5 in a dish, won't it? Hell yeah, almost 3 full wheels. Not to mention about a load of health. Ooh, we have a bunch of tireless frogs as well that we found at some point. Yeah, let's make a few of them. Now that we have max stamina, that's way helpful. Oh shit, you're not just supposed to cook them by themselves. Oh, damn it, sorry, I totally spaced out there. Ah, no, don't be dumb. With the tireless frogs. But also, since it's not a duration thing, doing one that extends duration, like a really good guts or something, is not a good idea, as far as I know. So, just a Coblin horn with each will do. Also gives us some decent hearts. Good, that'll do for now. We have more slots, but that's alright. Sorry, back onto Lightroot quest. So say Lightroot. Unlocked! That is just this tiny little spot here, but that's nice to have that filled in. Where to next? We've got like a massive portion, but my eye is especially drawn to the gap in the northeast here. So I say we start from here and head over towards Death Mountain, and it'd also be nice just to see if we're way in over our heads with respect to if we're going to be burning up every 3 seconds there, or if we'll be able to do the underground stuff all right. I suppose Gorons with their rocks, you'd think that mining and going underground would be sort of their thing, so we might actually run into a few of them down here, unlike we've done everywhere else. It is kind of nice how otherwise lonely it is. It probably is best to start with the corner if we can help it. This looks a little more flat and easily traversable around here so far. There's a waterfall here. You can climb that with the Zor armor to any effect. Is there anything interesting up there? Or are we heading a bit more northeast than I'm heading right now? Oh, another light route over there. Finding them in the distance is absolutely crucial here since we don't know where they actually all are. Ah, good. We're actually working our way up the coastline. This is useful. I'm sorry, Master Sword? Did I say Master Sword? Of course I meant Master Axe. Master Axe! Master Axe doesn't really have the same ring. Ooh, we could get an above ground exit here as well. Well, I mean, they're not right next to the light route, so. I'm sure it would be nicer to just have the actual shrine up there, wouldn't it? Sure, we'll pop out there and just grab a shrine nearby just to get out of a teleport. Ooh, sorry, Ui Icha Ikaj light route. Wow, a lot of underground water here. Oh yeah, this is beveled as well. Look at this. Kawisar light route. Rossiwak is shrine we had already? Maybe? No, but we were never up this far, were we? Wow. Interesting. So it seems to imply that there is actually one in the depths of this here. But we didn't find a light route in the depths of the labyrinth here, did we? Guess I didn't look close enough. Well, you have to solve the surface and the sky one before it lets you do the depths of the labyrinths. Although then again, I was kind of hoping to... maybe we should do the labyrinth now too, just for that reason, so we can say that we got all the light routes in this episode. Oh, why not? It's gonna be long enough as it is. Let's just tack the labyrinths on there as well if you need them to get the light routes. I was sort of surprised we didn't find a light route in the one in the first labyrinth we went to. Labyrinths and light routes. Best board game ever. Ascend! Oh, I forgot it does that after a time of dead guy. Link, thought you could sneak past us, did you? You know what occurs to me is that over there on the left is that looks like a bit of Yiga outfit. Come out front. Let's settle this. Alright, if you insist. I'd rather not wreck the lab this way. If it's duel you want. We haven't fought a Blade Master in this game yet, have we? Sweet. I dodged that by walking backwards whilst looking at my camera. Yiga Blade Master. These are the elite soldiers of the Yiga clan. Equipped with blades of wind-cleaving power, they are extremely agile despite their bulky build. At this Yiga clan rank, they have mastered a technique that allows them to manipulate the very earth. By striking the ground, they can raise stone pillars and unleash a blast of air. Stone pillars, I don't remember from the previous game. Is that a new thing? Wait, hang on. Do I have the camera zoomed out? Good. I don't like it leaving it zoomed in. Listen, you. I've got the Master Axe. I'm gonna stick the Master Axe on you, you punk. Okay, this is the, Ow! What? Did you punch the ground over there and this hurt me somehow? Hey, don't break Robbie's jars. That's just rude. Wow, you guys are not good at this getting out of the way of strikes thing, are you? Just kind of standing there while you let yourself get hit by stuff. I guess that's settled. I like how their weapons get all gloomed as well because of the state of the world. Well, that was settled, I guess. Don't tell me they left this locked. Okay, good. This is ridiculous. Yes, I agree, but I wasn't here for this, so I'll deal with this later. Ooh, treasure. This will be the prototype, will it? Ah, perfect. Unusable in its current state because it's missing some important data? Sure. Well, we'll return with that at some point. Hi, random observer. I'll be interacting with you later, probably. Oh, this way to the ceiling is all boarded up, but I could ascend through here. Probably just brings me out of the lab, I guess, but... Sorry, where was I? There's the labyrinth. Whoa, I mounted that by mistake. Oh, wow, those spiky rocks at the edge of the water weren't there before, were they? I don't remember any of this terrain that's over here. No, I guess they must have been, because it makes sense that this would have to be something to preventing this all from being water, but, huh. Anyway, imagine if you broke one of those, it would just become a huge waterfall. Wow, there's something very gloomy looking in that middle part of that cube over there. I say we investigate that heartily. That looks wickedly important, doesn't it? There's an entrance like halfway up it, if you just drop down here and go like, there. Where does this lead you? Big fat nowhere. Oh, it's treasure chest, I see. Hunk. Hello? Oh, one zone I charged. Not bad. I'm sure the gloom was here to call our attention to that. Fortunately, we don't have to deal with those airborne robots in this game anymore. Oh, this is convenient because we could ascend to the top with this. Is there any treasure in here, though? There's not. Like I said before, I don't really remember the solution, although it seems like they've changed it up a bit because there is, as you can well notice, a bunch of water here. But if we have a look through here, in there's the shrine and this gate here that we can try to unlock. If we're in there. How do you get in there? It looks like maybe you would go... there's a staircase there. Okay, so you end up from... Somehow you end up in this wall here. Right, okay. So perhaps somewhere around here is an entrance. Oh, it's not as simple as this, is it? Either way, we can ascend if I'm wrong. Oh my god, it might be as simple as just this. Consider yourself reverse engineered. Oh, or maybe not. Strong Zonite shield and strong Zonite sword, is that it? That's cool. We can ascend through here and see if there's anything in the middle of this, though. Where'd I end up? Oh my god, in the middle of a staircase, did I? Oh, perfect. Labyrinth speedrun? Hello? Look at us go. Turns out when you're trying to get lightroots, you're better at everything else. You get shrine taken care of, and this will bring us, this will say that they opened the one in the sky, I presume. Maybe we can more thoroughly comb this labyrinth later, but these are chiefly what you're trying to do in these, is get to the center anyway. Ruler of Dragons have unlocked a door. Okay, it was Ruler of Owls before, right? So these are different people from each of the one. Find it on the south side of the labyrinth in the sky. Sure thing. Oh, that even opens this for us. That's sweet of them. Right, hot air balloon time again. Once we get down there, though, we're not going to be trying to finish the labyrinth. We're just going to try and go for the light route. Oh, there's another shrine right on the beach near this thing as well. That's the one we found the light route of this, yeah. But it seems we do have just enough battery power for where this sort of trip is doable. Right, okay. I'm gonna get over here and try and catch it with recall. Right, okay, I'm gonna recall just so that it stops moving, so I have a chance to grab it with this. Oh, get over here, you! Oh, perfect, okay. But I'm getting sort of good at this, using these. Am I gonna land to the bottom of that? I might yet. Let's hope not. We're certainly not landing this thing on there, and I don't think we'll be able to ultra hit it from here, so I'll just try and I'll make a new one once we're over there. Oh, there's one right here. Never mind. I lied. I lied. This balloon is almost out, though. So we'll try and steer this cart to land there, but if it becomes clear that it's... I'm going to abandon ship first and ask questions later. Okay, good. We'll make a new one. Oh, I didn't even put it all there. You politely got out of the way for us. Thank you so much. And I think what we did last time was once we got to around this point, we just used a large zonite charge to get us as far as the upper labyrinth here. Although it might actually not even be necessary here. It's not that far away. Oh, boy. Ooh, actually, if we could steer and land on that, that would be nice. I'm gonna go try and catch it. And... okay, I'm gonna let it fall a little bit. Just so it's easier to grab from here. I can go... Stop! Ultra hand, grab. Okay. We're soon gonna be in the zone of low gravity, if it is the same as the other one. There's a shrine up there, is there? I would never have guessed. Even with no low gravity, I could probably glide to one of those. If I want at the end of this battery life. And it's probably about to go low gravity if it's gonna. Low my sky labyrinth. Maybe that was the one we did in the north was the only one that was gonna. Oh no, here we go. Perfect. Okay, so we probably don't need the balloon anymore. But I'll just let it get us a bit higher. Thank you, balloon. Perfect. Well, since there's only one labyrinth as far as we know what to do after this, as in the one in the Gerudo Desert, after we're done here in the Akala region, it doesn't actually seem like these labyrinths have been a huge side stop, does it? Feels like they were just part of the journey. And I was meaning to do a big episode where we got and did them all of them anyway, since we did the first one. Because I felt like otherwise it would just be hanging over my head and I didn't want that. But how about that Akala solve, eh? That was fast. Right, you get unlocked. They're gonna ask us to find 4 terminals again. Ruler of Dragons. You offer a test of wisdom. Did the one in the north say test of courage? I can't remember. 4 terminals ahead in the maze. Activate them all. Sure thing. It does look like it'll be a bit more complicated than the last one, doesn't it? The Depths Labyrinth in the Tabanta region was also not much hassle. So it may be that the Depths Labyrinths are much trickier down here, but at least we have a sense of the endpoint for us in this episode, which is the lightroots, Mokasari Shrine. Once we're down there, all we have to do is get the lightroot and get out, and we can get the armor later. Oh, we're not going in here, sorry. We can at least learn the title of this one to do it way later. Courage to jump. No thanks. We had courage to fall earlier, didn't we? But you know what time it is. It's time to glide around these things again. Will it be the same pretty music, I wonder? Yeah, sounds like it. So this in the center looks important. Perhaps there'll be some kind of main terminal there, and it'll be like before where the other ones are kind of in cardinal directions from the terminal. In a really obvious sort of way that I missed for the first part of it. Well, this sucks. Just hang on tight, like, ah! There's wind here. Is it like before where you can ride it up like this? Yes, it is. Now that I know that, this should go much easier than that first one did. And there's treasure here. Hello. Big battery! Hell yeah. But yeah, it does seem like it'll be a bit more convoluted flying around here. Although you fly around pretty quickly, of course. Probably treasure here, by the look of it. Yes. A Zonite bow. Ooh, 30 with durability up. That's one... It's not as good as this one because this one has attack up, but this one we've been using a lot, so it's probably on its way out. Works for me. The way you sort of soar and then dive and go flying up, it does make the whole thing have this very, like, dream-like quality to it, so the music feels very appropriate. I hadn't even thought to check if one of the terminals might be in the little... The map seems to suggest that there's, like, an inn cropping on one side of each of these. So it could be that there's a terminal in one of them. Oh, right, a lot of these platforms are also probably here because you're running out of stamina this whole time, so if you didn't have max stamina as we do, this would be a little more involved. I guess the ornate patterns here means we're at the edge of the labyrinth. It does mean that, yeah. This has the look of one where there might be something. This one actually is shaped a bit more like an actual maze. Oh, actually, even this little, hang on, I can zoom with the switch feature. This little thing here, it's like a little line. That has the look of a terminal, right? It's like the shape of one. So I guess if we zoomed in, we could actually just find them like that, couldn't we? It's not cheating. It's a wise use of our resources. There's a test of wisdom, they said. So it looks like maybe one here, one here, one here, and the other one should be in this corner somewhere, and that's... Ah, yeah, and then one here. So which one are we closest to now? It's not immediately clear to me how we get to the upper track of all this. Yes, it is. But first we gotta back to the center, which I think means turning right round, and then going to the left here. Yes. And there's a low platform here. And now we're going... Oh, actually, this might even be more convenient, is if we go this way and fly over here. What does this symbol on the map mean? This the really dark one? Does that mean there's a platform way low down? Yes, it does. We can skirt over that easily enough. And end up here. And this is that sort of main thing where we found the... Oh! What's this? The end of it, maybe. Or did we not just find a chest there and maybe it's disappeared? Maybe that's it. Yeah, that's because we were just here. Anyway, sorry, you go through here, and then if you go all the way around here, it seems to loop all the way around. Okay, yeah, okay. Very lucky we have the map for this bit already. Oh, wow, if you're not going into a full head first dive, it sends you up. So we want to head, keep going around here, and then to this one. And then ride this as northly as possible, which is this way. And then to the right, and it's basically a straight shot. All the way across the upper edge of this map. We just keep following this one path along. There's no other way it can go. Except for here, but don't do that. Just keep going straight, and then we go... Yep, still only one way to go. There's some in-croppings here that are unnecessary, I think. And we're time to figure out if that little line was actually indeed a terminal as it appeared to be on the map. Yeah, this would have sucked if you had less stamina, I guess. Oh, sure it is! Reason that one out. Good. I think we didn't have the map when we did the North Lomai Castle one, so this wasn't an option for us. But now that we have the map, we absolutely bloody well use it. What's the next closest one? Probably the one in this corner, right? Because all we have to do is go back to this little elbow and then go north instead. All those years of doing the mazes on the back of cereal boxes paying off. Sort of. It wasn't that many years. Here's that elbow structure I mentioned, and we just go north from here. And it's basically as simple as that. My ponytail going up into the sky. And now I guess it makes the most sense to go to... I should have marked them probably, but the one that's sort of here-ish, yep. Yeah, that's not too tough. We basically just go down to here and then swoop up here. And then it's right there. Whoop, 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 whoop. Sorry, need a bit more height here. Hang on now. Yep. And... curve right around that one to here. One left, friends. I'm glad we're not doing this in the own episodes, because that first one time we did it, it took like... oh, how do I get out of here? Oh, ascend. Oh, of course, going on the top of this would be much easier, wouldn't it? Because the first time we did it, it was like 2 episodes, right? We took the sort of one on the first one, and then one to the sky. To do basically mostly of what we did was the sky one, and then there was one where we sort of started in the basement, in the depths one. So each of these labyrinths would have taken 3 episodes, which would have sucked. Am I going the right way to the last one? It's over here, yes. Oh, we can't climb these, right, so I gotta make sure to actually make these jumps. Well, I can't believe I didn't think of going to the top of this earlier, and now that we actually know where the terminals are. Speaking of, we probably have the sky map of Gerudo where the labyrinth is as well, right? So can we see the terminals from here? Oh, we can! There's one. Oh, it's actually kind of hard to tell what are terminals and walls. Well, we'll see when we're over there in a bit, anyway. That's probably where I'll head next, just so we can get it out of the way. Oh, sorry. Take a wrong turn. I like how the dramatic music is now stopped because they're just like, alright, fine, if you're gonna walk on the top of it like that. Should be right down to the bottom here. Aw, oh, damn, did each of these terminals have an exit to the top? That would have made it a lot easier. Poof? Ka-chunk? Ah, there we go. Bada-bada-bada. Ah. No, there was no bada-bada-bada-bada. The Lomai Labyrinth Island Prophecy. It's the first I've heard of it. Oh god, I went so high I went out of the low gravity area. Now finally to the depths with us. We won't get our reward from this until the end. I wonder if they'll all be Phantom Genin armor. That'd be kind of cool. And we won't necessarily get to the end of this episode, because this episode is focused on the light route. Let's go find the light route. Mark all your words. You want us to dive down, don't you? You pulled apart the bars of the labyrinth of the land and obstructed your path below ground. Sorry, I changed tenses a few times there. Or persons. Prove my courage by diving in the depths of the earth. Okay. Okay, we made it. Into the depths now. Did I see like a small smattering of rain there? Looks like there'll be another flux construct at the end of this one. Lomai Depths Labyrinth. What was the other one called? Castle Labyrinth? North Lomai Depths Labyrinth, okay. So this northeastern one is just Lomai Depths. So we're given to understand there's going to be a light route around here? Oh, wait. Don't say that it's just one of these light routes that covers this northeastern bit here. I'll feel like such an idiot. Although it would make sense, because there is actually a shrine on the surface here that there would be a light route, like, right ahead of us here. But if it's not... It's either right below here or above here. Hang on a tick. If we ascend to the top of this labyrinth... Oh! Well, that's easier. Kusagei light route. Gotcha. Of course, the only thing in the depths around here is this labyrinth, but there's a bit of area you can explore around it, is that right? That's kind of interesting and weird. Oh, it's claustrophobic and weird down here, actually. I don't like it. I want to leave. That probably means for us that we can pop over to the North Lomai Castle labyrinth and just ascend up through the ceiling roof of it, as we did before. When we're teleporting back here to do these shrines, we can also dead down to the depths and just do... They're not much of a labyrinth, these depths labyrinth. They're mostly just the big fight with the flux construct by the look of it, so that's not bad. That's no bad, that's no problem. So we'll pop over to the Myotaki shrine, get the light route that's above it. Or the light route that's above the labyrinth that is below this shrine. Yeehaw! And then pop over to the Gerudo one and we'll carry on our actual depths exploration sort of adventure. Oh wait, the flux construct isn't there, so we don't have a guide of where to hit the ground. Okay, there we go. It's with candles. Oops! I fell a bit farther than I probably meant to, because it opened the bars somehow. Anyway, all we now gotta do is get to the top of this labyrinth, so we gotta find somewhere to ascend, like with this ladder. Oh, come on, where's the ceiling? There we go. And sure enough, there we go. Ikatawayam light route. Is this one actually in the depths in this area? Oh, it sure is. So you can actually explore around from here. So this will be a useful teleport point, in other words. Of course, the one over here wouldn't be like that because it's in the water. This teleport point is pretty close to the Gerudo labyrinth. Let's go do it. I thought this episode would give us a lot of intel as to where some of the shrines we were missing on the surface were, but I didn't, of course, have any inkling of just quite how many of the actual shrines it would get us. So ruler of dragons, ruler of owls, ruler of... what comes next? Deer, maybe? Horses? Ow, it's hot. Is it going to be hot when we get into the labyrinth? Oh, this protects us from heat. I forgot about that. Oh yeah, this is our old adventuring set, and that was why. Protection from both elements. You know, I may just do this next time is, use one hot air balloon, but then just, use, a large charge. It'll bring us all the way to that top labyrinth. Is that a... Oh, it's a falling, recall rock. I thought it was a shrine falling out of the sky. Right, so we're in the labyrinth here, and, the first objective of these is just find, the shrine. And it's in, like... Oh, so it's below us now, basically. But I think the shrine in this one is like in some big underground chamber. Oh, right, you are allowed to climb the walls of this one. That's useful to remember. There's got to be a map of like all the bosses you can find somewhere. Online, probably, but in the game I would expect as well, since they track the ones you finish and stuff. Is that something interesting on the ground here? Acorn. Oh, someone else has been leaving a trail that we can follow in this game. Is that right? And in this game, this labyrinth. Perhaps there was one like that in the Akala region one as well. I think I seem to remember the solution to this one was something like, First of all, let's try sending up through this in case it comes out to some kind of inner chamber and not the surface. I remember the solution to this one being like halfway up one of these middle blocks. Well, it can't be one of the squares, I guess, because they don't connect to anything, but... Oh, right, we found that there's something interesting, over on the map earlier that we said we wanted to check out right over here. So let's just head south from here. Whoops. Right, the shrine is kind of like in the center, isn't it? But in like a big underground chamber. So let's head to this bit that we can see on the map here and see if it is some kind of passageway or whatever it is. Oh, wrong hole, wrong hole. Jump in a different hole. Oh, it was a tree, was it? That they were marking for us here? Oh, that's cute. So a bit of a red herring then, in terms of usefulness for us. Ah, but this is important looking, since we're kind of underground in a way here. We're under a roofed bit here, so that could be useful for ascending. A pile of sand here, so we might need to fan away some of it. Is that it? It doesn't look like it would be enough to cover an entrance, though, so I'm not going to blow that away just yet. Oh, an acorn, right. We should just follow the trail of acorns. That shouldn't be silly. So this one here leads into some kind of, ostensibly a dead end. Although we can ascend... Oh, hello. Oh, there's an acorn here, too. Oh, a tree nut. Well, they're just using whatever nuts work, I guess. Unless we're going to find a journal somewhere that says, like, tree nuts means don't go that way, acorns means do go that way. Oh, there's an inside portion here. Hang on, let me get a fresh perspective from the top. Sorry, I meant... Let's see while I'm, if we're up here, if we can glean, perhaps, where the entrance would be. Wow, this is hurting my eyes a little. No, not really. Let's get back up top. Oh, you again? Look, Mastrax is done with your nonsense. It's probably we're going to break the gloom sword on them or something, and we'll get another one back. Ah, hey, cut that out. How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man? I know I'm really underusing my sage's powers that you can use while activating them. I just find it hard to run near them in the middle of a fight. Thanks, guys. We're already getting gloom, so let's just use the gloom sword here and make it even worse, shall we? We've got fairies. If we flub the dodge in a minute here. But let's go back to using our royal one here so we can make the best of our its royalness. Ah, you're a spear one. I know the dodge for this. He says messing it up. It's fine. I got it. It's just a little... I was trying to get out of the gloom when I was doing it. Hang on. One of these times I'll get it. I know how to do it, okay? Immersively is basically just the one move. They don't do like a big twirl with it or anything like that. And we learned that more or less 2 flurries with this spear is enough. And the shield blocks it pretty well. I mean, for how much damage we think it's doing, it's pretty easy to block. It's basically just that one move they do over and over. So you can just block until you get it right, and away with you. And the gloom spear, don't mind that at all. This weapon's got to be out of durability. Oh, right, it's got durability up, so it's probably a bit more helpful in that regard. We don't need this many stealth weapons. I think of late we've learned that this one is going to last us for a while, and we can always find another one pretty easily. Rather have the gloom spear, and I'll put a... You know what? Oh, no, right. I think it's time to finally use the silver Lizalfo's horn, don't you? Because on a gloom spear, it would just be the sickest, like, reaperous looking... Oh, yeah. I mean, we're going to be stabbing with it, which sort of makes it less cool, because that's not really what you would do with something like this, but... Oh, look at me! Look at me! Okay, back to trying to actually figure out this labyrinth. I guess that means there'll be one in every labyrinth, so we probably missed one in the Kala one. Do I have enough stamina to jump to the top from here? Since it's a little raised. It's not too tall as labyrinths go. Yeah, that's enough. This one is one of the most straightforward looking ones in terms of what the map looks like, which is why I remember it being a lot of up and down on the walls and stuff. Research log day 3. No matter how far I go, which way I turn, everything looks the same. It's all covered in energy sapping gloom. I've somehow managed to swallow my overwhelming desire to run home and will attempt to spend the night here. I just hope I have enough acorns to mark my way to the end. If nothing else, it should mean we find an acorn from here. Oh, is it getting cold, is it? Oh yeah, because it's nighttime, so lucky we have the other pants on. Oh right, I can find acorns more easily with Ultra Hand. Oh, not when they're far away, apparently. I saw one through that gate anyway. Where is that from here? Up around there. So how do you get in there? From here. And it leads in over here. Maybe meaning that our solution is somewhere in here, but I feel like we were here just now, weren't we? Oh, wow, that does that. Oh, it just loops around like that. Oh, I'm not very bright. But then where was that trail leading? Oh, I guess that probably means that that was where they were coming from, and they ended up here, and they were carrying on this way. Because of the way this one's sort of to the right of the path. Oh, this looks promising, doesn't it? With all the lights and everything, and an acorn beside it. Or maybe they're trying to tell us we should ascend here. Because even though you wouldn't have had that ability in Breath of the Wild, it might have changed the context of what some of Breath of the Wild's layout meant. Now that you have that ability. Let's check in around here a bit, because there were... Oh, there is an acorn here, a chickaloo tree nut. So, clearly they went through here at some point, after coming from where we just were. Unless I am really going backwards. They did seem to suggest it was acorns they were mostly going to be leaving. Campfire here, and there was an acorn on the other side of it. It's possible I'm going backwards here, but that'll at least that'll be something. If we follow them enough and end up at the beginning, we'll know which way not to go. Oh, some kind of chamber they had in here. Ah, here we go. This looks important. Are we in the inner sanctum now? Yes, we are! Booyah! Matsusi's Shrine. To be done later. Although I think most of the ones in the center of the labyrinths are rewards, aren't they? Discovery! South Lomai Chasm. Of course, it was much harder to get to the top of these in Breath of the Wild. Ah, Ruler of Boars, that's cool. When you didn't have Ascend. North side of the labyrinth in the sky, can do. And of course, it opened these bars here so that you can actually dive from the top to that. I think I've said it before, but I will say it again. It is very impressive the collision and geometry you would have to do so that this ledge over here doesn't just count as like a sloped wall with this torch, like this lamp thing here. I think it's very impressive in that they were able to make the collisions that way, such that you climb up there and you're able to just haul yourself up to that tiny ledge. Before we head up, let's just do this Korok here, because it looks like it'll be fun. With the Sonia bow, it should also be rather easy, he says. Yes, there we go. 3 out of 4 shots, not bad. Hello! Oh, bye-bye. I guess I probably missed a Korok up on the top of the other labyrinth, didn't I? You know, I might even put 2 balloons on it. Maybe it'll make it go a bit faster. Well, of course, it will probably run power faster, but that's what the large Sonia charge is for. And what it probably means is we won't have to worry about the balloons going away as much if we're getting up there faster. And perhaps it'll give us a slightly more ability to steer it. We shall see. Does 2 balloons make you go faster? Yeah, it seems to. Is it maybe slightly more maneuverable? No, it might be my imagination. I did not stick that one the right way, but it seems to count enough anyway. Large charge. Because we learned by now that mostly if you make it to the bottom of the labyrinth, you're in the low gravity zone and it's easy enough to glide to where you need to get. Actually, this isn't going quite as fast as I had imagined, so there is a possibility that the balloons will run out before we're where we really want to be, but we'll probably hold out a little longer. This is probably a bit daring, because these balloons are probably going to run out sometime soon, but I'm going to go for one more large charge here and hope that that's enough to carry us far enough. Ah, of course, they just had to do that right then. Okay, they'll at least bring us high enough that I can build another one there. There goes that large charge, though. But hopefully we won't actually really need it now that we're this high. Okay. Goodbye, thing. Please don't throw them off the cliff. We're being really close to throwing them off the cliff there, friends. Just throwing it out there. This whole labyrinth shtick has certainly lowered... Whoa! Well, I've made an issue. I see that now. I apologize. I might be able to wiggle my way off of it. Because the labyrinths certainly have been a bit of a sidestep in terms of they've taken a lot more time. It's been like an hour since we started with the labyrinths, but once we're done with them, we'll be able to get back to the regular light route grabbing, and it'll go much faster all of a sudden. So sorry that the labyrinth took up such a dramatic portion of this episode, basically, is what I'm trying to say. Oh man, I am going to run this balloon out as well of durability. If it doesn't get up there quickly. Ah! Just get out of the... Yeah, wiggle it. Yeah. Come on. Come on, you stupid thing. Yeah, no. Yeah. And now we turn it left so that it curves right around the edge. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. Just in time to get dive bombed by one of these jokers. And how close are we? Oh, wait, it'll hold out that long, won't it? I should just use another large charge now. That sword's back. Even one small charge might even do it. No, just one large charge. Don't be stupid here. Balloon won't last much longer, but this should carry us into the low gravity portion. At which point I can handle it by myself. Sorry, large charge count, but this is what they're for. That should be enough. I'll take it from here. Thanks. Don't knock me out of the sky. I'll be very upset with you. How is the low gravity not messing with your flight pattern? Would you bugger off? Just rude is what you is. Oh, please say that's close enough. Oh, that doesn't look very close enough. Oh, man, I might need to make just one other extra little something here. Is that enough? Might just be barely enough to grab this. Oh, nice catch, Link. Oh, hey, there's Light Dragon. Zelda, run into you all over the place now. Took me like 6 hours to find you last time. All right. One more bout of going and finding these Sayamatsu Shrine. Finding these 4 terminals, and then we'll be allowed access into the Depths Labyrinth, which is seemingly they're just all fights with flux constructs with not a very complex labyrinth. But we're not there for that right now. What we're there for is to pop out at the top, grab a light root. We've got 53 right now. It's not bad progress. Sorry, we're not doing these yet. Unlit Blessing. Oh, interesting. We'll worry about that later. All this will lead to like one nice episode where we can just go and actually play all those shrines we unlocked this episode. At the test of wisdom, 4 terminals, you got it. The second we find a way to ascend up to the top, we should absolutely take it and just glide down to those terminals now that we know where they are. This theme has really grown on me in a big way in a short amount of time, though. It's just so magical. Ah, here we go. This is a way to get to the top easily. All right, so let's just check all the things that look like terminals from the top here. It's hard to see because there's a layer of fog, but it looks like there's one here, doesn't it? But there are a lot of symbols that look a lot like the... oh, no, hang on. These ones are a lot longer, so maybe it's just this thing here. 1, 2... No, okay, these ones are all short. I'm not sure. But this... Oh, no. Oh, okay, so yeah, because some of them are gates is the thing, but on the map they look quite similar. It's possible they're also under roofs. Or roofs, whatever the plural of roof is. I mean, they did very easily just give us a way up to the top, so it's possible that they're planning for us being at the top by making them not stupidly easy to get from the top like they were in the last one. Hey, Zelda! I'm doing great, I promise. I'm not slacking off. I'm getting all the light roots. I know it doesn't look like I'm making much progress. In the center of here? Oh, they're not just going to be in the... Sorry. Are they just going to be in the center of all 4 of these things? Because that's no problem at all, if they are. There's even a roof right here for us to send back up again. So let's just check the next one and see if there's one there as well. I love these, like, rippling piles of gravel, though. It's just a cool aesthetic. Oh my god, they're genuinely just all in these 4 little, like, blocks at each corner. It's going to be the easiest labyrinth in the whole thing. Oh, there's a chest right on the top. Big battery! We have, like, what, 5 or 6 of them now? 4. Nice try, me. Trying to will more big batteries into existence. Boop! Oh, chest over here. A nice mighty donut shield. Forget it. It's more hassle than it's worth at the moment. Sorry, I fell off in the middle there, which is why we're not at the other terminal by now. I might just report back to the beginning. This is silly. Would have been so easy if I just not missed that jump. Ah, here we go. Now I don't remember which one we were missing, but I think it was this one at the northeast here. Oh, that's not what that is at all. Sorry. It was. Boop. I'd like my light root now, thanks. All right. We're not fighting any of this just yet. Just give me a way up to the top of this, if you would. Why is this not working as a way to the top of this? Oh, is it open? At the top, it kind of looks like it is, isn't it? Hang on. Sorry. What's going on here? Why can't I ascend easily? Oh, there we go. That's more like it. There we are. That's what we wanted. All right, 40 minutes later. Sister Storm, light root. That's taking care of that, and we can get returned to traveling the depths now normally. And you know what? Since we're here, why not? Let's just carry on walking this way. If our plan is to get them all anyway, then there's no harm in starting here. Shall I start by going towards the corner of the world? Yes, let's. I think working from the corners inward is probably wise. Kind of like a jigsaw puzzle, but with more death. Yeah, the same amount of death. Bearing in mind we can track the position of some of them with our surface shrines, so I'll do that here, actually. Here's hoping that this area is going to be rather easy to traverse because the desert is very straightforward to traverse, if not easy. I am wickedly low in health. Let's eat a hearty something. One of these truffles. Wow, this little root of rock was right in the convenient spot to allow us to climb the rest of this. Ah, feels good to be back in the depths doing what we were actually supposed to be doing this episode. Sure is gloomy around these parts, though. There it is. So far, basically without fail, every surface-bound shrine does have a depths counterpart. I'm a cowboy's lightroot, to my memory anyway. That'll give us a fair chunk. I'm expecting most of the ones in the desert will give us a decent chunk because they're pretty far apart. Very good. Yeah, it looks like probably these ones here. I might be missing another one somewhere in around here, but I guess we'll see it as we're going along here. I'd like to get up somewhere high and see if we can... Oh, more of these weird statues, probably leading to some interesting temple, as with before. I'd like to get to a big flat open area and see if we can see any of our pins in the distance. I certainly don't see... Oh, yeah, there's one. And there's one. They're lower down, it would seem, but like roughly on the same elevation as us. Oh, there's a Frox. This is a bit where a land roving vehicle would be very useful because it's basically just big flat open terrain that I'm just sprinting across otherwise. Ooh, if you ever got the ancient bridle in this game, perhaps you could whistle your horse down here as well, which would be pretty useful. Horse is a little easier to maneuver in certain circumstances than a vehicle. Wow, a lot of stuff glowing in this area. Pose souls, little bits of weaponry. Enemy encampments. The works. Fortunately, a lot of the gloom around here is rather patchy, meaning that you're not usually running across a huge chunk of it all at once. It's like you're running across a bunch of little bits, which resets the timer by the look of it. They're really pretty assortment of colors they picked for the pins. Now this here looks like an ungloomed Gerudo spear, which is pretty sweet. I don't think I'll pick it up just yet, but that's, I guess it'll be a bit more than an 8. A 12 with strong fusion. That's not bad. Make one wicked stealth weapon unto itself. We don't know how much this thing adds to the sneak strikes, but if you put a Gibdo bone on the end of this thing, Gibdo bones add 50, was it? 40, so that would become an 80, and then that would be a 92. Very few people would be surviving a stealth attack from that. Yeah, it does seem like in this desert area it's mostly going to be pretty open and cavernous, which makes plenty of sense to me. The double Gloomheart's protection is keeping us totally safe right now. I think we'd probably find that if we ended up trying to use a vehicle to get through all this, it wouldn't make it go that much faster. It's already going to take a long enough time, you know what I mean? So it's like spending like a half hour to build something and get all the tools to build something. Oh, there's a Stelnox. That's some good for our fabric as well. To build something that will only make it go faster by like 10 minutes is not really worth it, is what I was getting at. Ooh, Stelnox horn. That looks cool. I'd like to fuse something to that. That to something, rather. The remains of Hinox, the giant monster with only one eye. The skeletal beast appears in the dark and can throw its own rib bones at enemies. Furthermore, even if it appears defeated, it will keep coming back for more as long as its eye is left intact. Not fighting you now. I said I'm not fighting you now. But that'll be... We've got 2 things to turn in for fabric now, which we can get some new glider designs at the end of this episode, which would be nice. Although I'll probably be so exhausted that I'll forget and just save it for next episode. Or next time we're at a Dano, really. This ought to give us a huge amount of light when we get to this one. Which I'm all the way here for. Oh, look at my little squad of spirits. I can't wait to have all of them, actually. Got Harrock, lightroot. I think the squad element will far outweigh the clunkiness element it will feel of having so many people. The awesomeness of rushing into combat alongside a bunch of people will outweigh the vibe of, oh, it feels so clunky, like I'm coming to a battle and I can't see anything because there's just all spears and swords everywhere. Right, so that didn't actually get quite as much as I was expecting. Oh, that wasn't even the one, that's why. So there's a shrine over in the southern oasis, good to know. Still got a stout horse as well. That's pretty cool looking, actually, because the way it's like running out of frame. It's like the photographer barely got a chance to actually catch it, which is true. Gives that even more of that cryptid look of it. The same way we have the Silver Lionel. This one, it's like blurry it out of focus, and you can only see like a few pixels of its eyes. It's kind of sad that the skeletal horses are considered creatures. They don't even want to They don't even want to be monsters. A skeletal horse often ridden by monsters. These animals, which used to be ordinary horses, are said to be revived in areas where there is a high gloom concentration. They can only maintain their forms in darkness. They have the remarkable ability to run top gloom. I guess meaning our normal horses don't fare so well on it, which I guess makes enough sense. Was that a silver bokoblin riding a... Oh boy, that's not good. I should get you off of that before you slam into us and make problems. Look! Cut that out. Actually, maybe I should just run towards the light route. Ooh, more Gibdos in the depths over here. That's good to know. Anytime we need some Gibdo bones, we can pop back over here. Gerudo Underground Cemetery. Oh my. Those aren't the words I was exactly hoping to hear. Ba-da-ba-dum. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Kasari Lightroot. Irasok Shrine? I don't remember an Irasok Shrine. Whoosh! That seems to do the as far as the corner, is that right? Oh, why is it purple around here? Oh wow, this is a lot more built up than I was imagining in the dark. Why does it get all purple around here? That's kind of eerie. Yeah, the light does seem to extend to this corner, so probably once you get this one, it'll fill in this big chunk here. So the purple next. Any chances of a shield surf here? Not much of one. More huge bones. Look at this. there's our light route, way in the distance over there. Marked purple and all. Put a skull on you. Oh, I didn't mark that last Stelnox with a skull, did I? Silly me. Maybe there won't actually be a quest that requires us to get it, but maybe it'll be part of the 100% tally somehow. If there is one where when you beat this game, you get to see like the 100% tally. Because I actually didn't check after we 100% after we beat it last time in part 0. I started this new file right away. I didn't even stop to load the completed file and see if there was a 100% checklist. No harm, no foul, because we're gonna complete it anyway again. So, Ganondorf Rim light route. Mirio Tanog Shrine. Yeah, that sounds sort of familiar. That's a nice, likable chunk. Weird. I wonder why it was all purple in the faded out bit a minute ago. Does it always do that when you zoom around? Oh yeah, I guess it does. As it goes towards the black portion, it gets more pinkish. Huh. Oh, it feels nice to have these corners starting to be filled in, though. Bloody stall horses all around this place. That's a light route there. Try to tag it and not whatever's in front of it there. No. Bugger off. Did I get the light route that time? Maybe. I got closer to it anyway. If we head to that purple one in the future, we'll be able to see the light route I was trying to mark, probably. Haven't saved in a while. Jeepers. Don't lose all this. Oh, wait, autosaves. Duh. There's a flux construct over there. It might be worth dipping on over there and seeing if it's the flux construct, the elusive flux construct 2 we've been looking for. Yes, it is! Perfect! Some flux construct glider pattern would be pretty cool as well. A construct composed of interconnected blocks made by the Sonia with advanced techniques and magic. This model has been upgraded to process complex commands and assume modified shapes to provide sufficient energy to empower its gigantic form. This construct contains a massive store of Zonite charge. Excuse us, construct friend. We don't want no trouble. Wow, there's a Zonite a Yiga base or something going on here, but what we're interested in is up here at the Ganondorf light route. We had another one that ended in G. A shrine that ended in G we just found a moment ago, meaning a light route starting with G. I wonder if that's something to do with the Gerudo influence in this area. Whoop. Right, so there's clearly one sort of here, but let's get this big incomplete patch. Right, this is what we were around here way early in the game when we first went into the depths around here. So we're gonna be able to complete that little segment here and then move back into towards the center. Ah, this is probably the one I was trying to mark a minute ago. With this purple mark here, yeah. And it looks like there's probably one just beyond it as well in over here. So I'll just put a pin there preemptively. Actually, while I'm here, can I see any other light routes? I see one there. Is that one we knew about? Oh, I didn't have it pinned, so let's just put a pin there. We'll circle back around to it. Wow, a bunch of Yiga guarding something around here. I think I will heartily decide to not worry about it at the moment. Looks like another nice flat open plain here, though. Still a ways to go on our light route journey, but we've made absurdly good progress already. And learned quite a bit. Here we are. Rasinaduk light route. Sorry. I have been recording for a while now, so I'm going to start stuttering and getting all a tired look in the eyes, but I'm still not feeling like I have got not enough energy to carry on, so I'll go till I drop. We've done, I mean, over half of it, I would say. And probably we did away with the really hard bits, by my reckoning. But as we wagered, it does appear that there's one more way in the depths of the depths here. That's going real deep. So let's head on there now. Do we have a light route closer to that? Actually, this one's probably closer, isn't it? Let's port over there. What was the set bonus for Dark Link in Breath of the Wild? Was it Night Speed Up or something like that? I think maybe. Which is also the set bonus for the Sheikah stealth gear. I wonder if any of that's changed. That'll be the light route there. Oh, look how moody that is, just seeing the outline of that in the darkness over there. That looks like a background, a 2D background you would see in like an old Mario game or something, in like the spooky area. But it's an actual place that we can go to. Another frogs. The more light you get, you realize the place is just crawling with them. I guess we should tag them too, because they could be. They're probably also counted for the defeated counter. Stamayam light route. Mayamats? Doesn't sound familiar to me, but I guess we weren't quite this far west, were we, when we traveled this area? I think it makes sense to go to this green one now, and it looks like there's also maybe one right around here, by the way this is shaped. Does that track with what we know? I mean, it would sort of make sense if there was one in this Palu wasteland. It looks sort of important. Perhaps in a cave underground, but even still. Hadganatioiros, which is in the... Was that in the graveyard? No, it was a bit north of the graveyard. This was near where we saw those Yiga circling, whatever that was. But the light route was up on a perch, so we can glide down more easily towards these other two, I think. What I'm presuming are two, anyway. We only know that for sure that there's one. It seems a safe bet to me. Yeah, there are two. Oh, I'm gonna glide right through the course. Abandoned Gerudo Mine. Maybe I'll just glide around it. Ooh, there are 2 Grand Pos over here, though. Look at this. Yeah, interesting. This is where one of those statues is leading us to. So presumably this is maybe where the entire trail leads off to, is this right here. It just looks like a spring there that they're circling. I wonder what that's all about. Miki lightroot. Whoosh! And then I suppose we'll swoop up and take out this big, long gash in our map here. Swoop up and around here, and then we'll circle back around and do the Lost Woods and the Death Mountain, and then we'll do all that. End off with the little blob we left behind here. That's probably what we'll do. What I'll attempt for, anyway, because I'm still not committing to 100% that we'll get it before this episode's out. I suppose I could just take it up recording it another day, but it just feels nicer and cleaner to have it all in one recording. Plus, I've got the energy for it now, and who knows if we'll have that tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll be editing this, and I'll be totally out of energy. I suppose we have enough ground that I could be covering a lot more depths entrances. Like, there are a lot of depths entrances I've never actually jumped into before that would be helpful for this. Because, like this one's marked, so we've been into it, but this one clearly isn't marked, so we could hop down into that to have an easier time with this, but I'm kind of enjoying just going around in the depths to get to the other places in the depths at the moment, rather than being fussy and teleporting everywhere. It's one of those things where, like, it could probably be technically faster, but if I'm not paying enough attention, I'll do something stupid and make it much harder on ourselves. Kind of interesting temple around here, too. Looks like more than just a chest pickup, though, so TotK lightroot, and we'll be on our way. Ah, gave us a bit more than just that circle. Oh, there is actually just a chest here. I'm going to say before I go into that, in case it starts some kind of huge fight or something like that, because we're not actually too far from that old Yiga base, are we? Oh, actually, that was more like around here, wasn't it? And I guess we would have already had the light roots there. Is this maybe below where the old Yiga base was? Because there's a big pool of water here that would explain how he lived when we knocked him down there. That's probably it. Sure, I'll grab this mysterious, not at all sketchy chest that's in the middle of this. It's okay with you if I grab this, right, Steward Constructs? Thank you! Oh, Miner's Mask! Oh, it looks dope. Oh, there's something going on there. I'm not going to worry about that for the moment. Let's get to the top of this rock and find some more light roots with our eyes and scope. And then next time we're in the dark, let's try out the double glowing effect and see how good it is. There's a light root right there. How far away was I with my guess? Pretty far, actually. It's actually quite shallowly in the shadow. I can't remember if I mentioned this playthrough already, but when this game was coming out, before I'd really gone into the depths very much, I saw an edit online that was the scene in Club SpongeBob, the episode of SpongeBob entitled Club SpongeBob. That is what it's called, right? I think so. Where they end up in, like, the woods, and Squidward gets dragged along into it, and he's all like, I'm gonna find my own way out of there, and then he's instantly, like, lost and afraid and running through the woods and having a really, really bad time of it, and he's like, which way did it go? I was already here! He's losing his mind. I saw an edit of that, but it's just him in the depths, and it was really good. I want to see it. I'll see if I can, well, I shouldn't put it in someone else's work. I'll see if I can find a link to it anyway. Put it in the description. Oh, the light root's just on top of this little thing over here, is it? That must be its stem. Easy peasy! Ah, there's another one. And another one way in the distance there. I should have marked them when I was up on top of that thing. Kimako root! Light root. We're getting a bit more towards Central Hyrule now. This isn't terribly far from, like, Dig-a-Dog to Suspension Bridge. Do we have that on the map here? Yeah, that's this here. So, we don't have it marked because we haven't walked there in this playthrough, but we're getting towards there. Alright, okay, so there are a few we're missing even just in here. So I say we fully section this off. We grab the light root that's, like, here so that we can... Oh, I can get the pin back? Oh, I can't put it there because it's a wall, I guess. It's hard to see from this side, but anyway, we'll go grab the light we could see here, and so this is fully sectioned off, and we'll port back here and grab these two, and then we'll carry along north here, and then swoop over to Death Mountain and all. But we seem to have a decent vantage point from here. Let's mark all the ones we can see. That was that one, so there's probably one to the left of that, which I could have sworn I saw just a moment ago. Let's come back up here because that's where I was when I saw it. In classic me fashion, I've totally lost it. Not to worry, we'll run into it again sometime. You can see the light over there from the ones we've already, we have uncovered over there. We're getting back into explored territory. Oh, this is really deep and I probably should have just walked along the cliff. Hey, let's carry on doing that. Oh, you tinkle when you walk with the lights on you. That's adorable. Or twinkle, I guess I should say. not tinkle. Wonder if there's some kind of cool set bonus you get from these three. Like, the ability to blind enemies if you walk close to them or something like that. Okay, 2 glow is actually helping me get... You would have a decent idea of your surroundings if you did this, and you wouldn't have to use glow seeds. It would make climbing, in, like, the short term, easier. And, like, for making little jumps like that and stuff. Okay, actually, you know, I'll keep wearing this for a bit. Oh, makes it even eerier when stuff just comes out of the dark at you, though. Man, I must stick out like a sore thumb to every monster in a 5-mile radius. Ah, interesting. It comes to quite a lip. Quite a lip there, but that means there's some beveled edges here. Oh, and a bit to ascend. Those were bright bloom seeds not wasted. That's an easy way up. Nearly there. And boosh! Let's not count our ducklings before they've hatched, or whatever the expression is yet, though, because I've fallen off of ledges more easily than that. Jadu Kakar Lightroot. Whoosh. Right, so we've got obvious ones here, here, and here. Let's take care of all 3 of those. This one's in such a tiny patch of shadow. I wonder what that looks like when you're over there. Back to the abandoned mine! Oh yeah, because the large zonite you don't use for building stuff, right? You only use it for stores as far as we've seen so far. So I guess we'll turn it into the large charges. Large zonite for anything that's we want over here. How much large zonite do we have? But I'll keep hanging on to the normal zonite. We have 3 of them. Oh no, sorry, 3 required for 1 of these, which gives you 20. Or we could just buy 3 of these, which I kind of like the idea of more, to be honest with you. Once we go, if we ever go on like a proper actual zonite hunt and go around whacking open deposits, we'll have tons, which we can deal with this. But the charges are more useful in day to day. Hello again. Is that the light route there? Is that it? It twisting and coiling. No, it's over this way. Weird that it's hard to see, even though it should be like right in front of me. Oh, hang on. There we go. Of course, that was just an estimation of where in the darkness it is. There it is. Okay, the glow armor definitely does help in moment-to-moment understanding of your close environment for climbing and stuff. Very useful for that. Nogukoik Shrine. Kyokujun? Kyokugan, or something like that. That does sound familiar. Oh, we don't even actually have that one, so it shouldn't sound familiar. There's a depths entrance right over here. Yep, it's not very dark at all around that light route. Grove of Spirits. Where are we that would be? Oh, under the Forest of Spirits. I see. I have to do a huge migration to one of my backup hard drives to make room for all this footage, but Kogwire Lightroot. That's all right. Whoosh. Oh, it is very satisfying to see it all fill in chunk by chunk like this, rather than just like the 4 different, like the 12 towers or whatever it is up top. Not that those aren't satisfying in their own way. I think this is probably the closest one to over here. We'll skirt around the water's edge and then carry on north. It does look pretty metal, this miner's outfit we've got. In the literal sense and as in, like, heavy metal. Like, I do look like I'm about to make some extremely controversial piece in my garage about how the presidents are, and democracy is actually our greatest enemy. Look at the shape of this rock. This is weird. Ah, here's the light route I have marked down here. Unfortunately, this will bring us pretty low, so there'll be a lot of climbing in our near future, but we might be able to port back up to this. That might make it easier, but nah, probably not. We'll probably just walk it. It's weird how, from afar, you can actually get a sense of, like, this light route is producing, like, a ring of light right there. Weird, man. I caught that on the way down. Kawiraus light route. Just give us that little bubble there, but might extend a bit into the... Ah, I did extend a bit into the north. Help us have an idea of where the next one is. In here, anyway. Although, as it is rather mountainous, we're going to want to try and make a serious effort to stay up at a high altitude as much as possible, because there's a chance the light routes will be up on a high altitude, and it will be hard to climb up to them in the dark, as we've recently found. Fortunately, there's a lot of cooperating light here that makes it easy to see the general layout of the area, even without our map. It's certainly taking us a fair bit of climbing here, but we are making it. I am, at this point now, very happy, seeing how long this took and how much of... it's definitely the kind of thing that's easier if you're doing it all at once in the same headspace. I think if we had tried to split this up into like 10 episodes or something, it would have been very, very much less enjoyable. I think sprinting it all right now is definitely the way that I'm going to enjoy it more. Of course, we're not done yet. And I wouldn't even say we're close. Delight Grove, though. I'm delighted. There's our next light route. That's the Delight route. Musazu light route. Whoosh. Oh, wow, that was a whole lot of this area. So the next one is just up north again. I thought there was going to be another one to the west of it a bit. It looks like another one of those, not quite Colosseums, but like a boss arena. Like, if we look down there, we'll see some big, mean boss enemy over there. Ah, whatever. We'll deal with it later. Looks like we're up to this sort of locus here next. And this one does actually kind of have the vibe that it will carve out this whole chunk here. So there are fewer in this path than I was expecting, which is nice. We'll be in the Rito Village part of this before we know it. I kind of like the one constant in basically all my outfits is these woolly light blue pants. But I really love them so much. They've grown on me tremendously. I like the color of them. The color mixed with the texture is very, very cute. I didn't too far off. Ah, here we go. Let's see precisely how far off I was. Oh yeah, actually I was pretty far off. Maybe there'll be another one just to the north of that then. Oh, we already had this one. I should be right. They're under the shrines. I don't know how I forgot about this. I'll mark the next two like there. Well, it wasn't that I forgot exactly as much as we weren't, I got unused to it because we were traveling through a bunch of areas that we hadn't been on the surface. So we didn't have all the shrines there. Napano's lightroot! Whoosh. We'll have to actually put a teleport here because it's on the other side of water. Is there water? Okay, there's this will be a wall, but we should be able to make the loop here. So we'll go swoomp up over to here. And there's a bunch of Rito statues here. Hello. Nabahi Ikat Shrine. I remember our TotK Ihaban. Sorry, Lightroot, not Shrine. But that's exactly what this is called, TotK Ihaban. And it's just that, then Death Mountain, and then the chunk we left at the bottom. There's a stall horses here. Hey, friends. Do you want to be my friend? No, they're running away from me. Well, I won't mess with them. Don't kick the bombs, though. That doesn't help any of us. Don't kick each other. Wait, why is everyone kicking stuff now? Sorry. I don't think I helped. I'm gonna go. I made things inarguably worse. This one's got an entrance to the surface as well. Or exit to the surface, whatever. Entrances and exits are just a point of view thing, man. One man's entrance is another man's potato. Kawakanis Lightroot. Actually sounds kind of familiar. Probably just because we have the shrine above here. I sometimes when I get to a shrine, I go, oh, so the Lightroot is, and I say it, try and say it backwards, so that's probably why I think I recognize that one. It occurs to me that another pretty legendary game that reused a lot of assets the developers already had around was Portal. They reused a bunch of Half-Life 2 assets, I think, right? So it occurs to me that this is, though I think that the team over who at Zelda Enterprises is brilliant for having thought to do it this way, and as they've done with Majora's Mask in the past. There's also precedent in it from other developers as well. Net Lightroot. Ooh. The hardest part of this episode is the tongue twisters. Indeed, we've managed to splice this off now, so it's very clearly like the Rito bit over here, and then the Death Mountain and the rest of Akala over here. Oh, and a bit of Zora's Domain, actually, really. Let's port over here and get to it. This is right next to the that other huge bargainer statue as well, so we might even just buy a buttload of puff shrooms from here, so we can have like 100. We only got about 300 pose souls, and then 16 into 300 is, well, 150. It goes into 300 twice. So that's 20 if they cost 15, but they cost 16, so that's 320. Yeah, we'll get get close to 20. We'll get with this. 322, sweet. Some puff shrooms here, even though we need more muddle buds, really. Oh no, we don't. We have a roughly equal amount of both. We could acquire Tony on the dot. Of course, because it was 322. I basically just calculated that. Sorry, Riju. Oh, but look, you can see the huge stalactites from the ceiling here. Oh, it would be so cool if they like hit a little alcove with a treasure chest on one of them. I don't think they. I think they wouldn't probably, but can you imagine if you drifted around this thing and then climbed around the other side of it, just at the very top of this massive cavern, and there was like a treasure chest and a little cave on the back here. Oh, that would be so cool. I mean, it's the sort of thing they would do, but I don't think they have done it here. It's because it looks very nondescript otherwise. They usually like to make it like a little bit easy to tell from a distance how important something is. Oh, I'm getting real close to the ceiling here. Scraping my head on the ceiling. We were way high up, though. All the ones I got. All right, well, this is the snowfield, so presumably, actually, there aren't tons around here. So chances are, well, I'll head up to the purple one anyway, because we want to get to the corner first if we can help it. So the blue one over here will be next. Certainly running out of people power, which is to say stamina, but I'm going to land on the ground pretty close to this thing, so I'll just fall for a bit. Oh, there's a platform right here, a tree or something. Let's land on that. Did it start to do some kind of like skydiving theme, but for underground there? That was cool, if so. Ah, it seems there's a way high cliff up there where you see this pose. That's probably where the same elevation as this light we're trying to get to. So if I had the brain to fall a little closer to it, it would sort of been easier, but that's alright. Yeah, it seems to be beveled enough that there are a few places to catch your breath here. It ain't all that bad. Man, the good design you would have had to make it so that there's always somewhere to climb up without making it look awkward. Just the sheer level design in this game is off the charts as well. That light route should be pulling into view somewhere around now. Oh, these are the two posts we were just looking at. They kind of lead you to this little pillar here, it seems. So this should be an easy way to walk up. Ah, here we are. Very much sort of out of the way, although perhaps there's a bit more of a passage this way. Ooh, Nazo's So Shrine. That ought to give us a lot. Yeah. Oh, it's not as quite as out of the way as I thought. I thought it was a bit more in like a little alcove, but no, it just was hard to see because of the structure of the stuff that was up in the air and the sky. So let's head west to this blue thing and try and curve around this corner here. It might be actually that it's a bit more sparse here than I was imagining. In fact, I'll go take the liberty of marking the next one. But the blue one is dead ahead that-a-way. Ooh, and by the look of it, it's going to be a pretty straight shot. Man, I haven't looked at my phone in a while. What's been happening in the world while I've been down in the depths away? Ah, there's another bloody frogs. The crazy thing about this game in Breath of the Wild is that because your Link's traversal abilities are so incredibly strong in the way he's able to climb and stuff, it means they actually don't have to make paths as straightforward through the environment. Which, I mean, of course, there is also a lot of game, like I was just saying, a lot of game design that goes into making a lot of climbable areas accessible in areas where they're needed, but it makes it so that fast travel points feel like, oh, thank God I don't have to do that huge climb and through that pit of lava before, whereas in a lot of other games I sometimes feel like fast travel points, it's more like I don't have to walk along this open road for 10 minutes anymore. Like, I'm gonna pick on a game I like here, which is Horizon Zero Dawn, and say that the open world, since the climbing was very restricted to just, like, these few yellow ropes, walking between environments usually didn't feel like... it was nice for the scenery and, like, the odd robot encounter, but in terms of game, it didn't offer much... Like, it was just holding forward on the stick. Whereas here I have to, like, I feel like I have to strategize my routes up walls and stuff a bit more, which sort of, makes it feel like that once I actually get one of these teleports, it's like, oh, thank God I don't actually have ever to do that again. This is a colossal sheer wall face. What the hell are we doing here? I guess a hot air balloon. Oh God, please say there's a safe place to stand at the bottom here. There is. I'm running out of carts here. You come back here, you balloon. Whoa, where do you think you're going? I put the stick on wrong, but it's fine. It's dark, okay? Oh yeah. It's surprising how when you're underground, the scale of things seems so different that, I was like, oh man, that's going to be a pretty high climb, forgetting that those skylands we saw in the sky were way high in the sky. Getting up this wall with a hot air balloon should be no problem. Might need just a little bit more of a large zone I charge here, but I doubt we're going to run out of balloon timer for at the end there. Yeah, here we are. Actually, probably don't even need the large charge. That should be glidable, because we can climb that easily enough. Goodbye, thing! Oh, don't go too upside down. Oh, jeez, that was a pretty steep slope I was climbing. Daring. Narusi's slight route. Sorry. Keep scaring Riju. Whoosh! Oh, wow. There's a huge coliseum here that we just ballooned up. Thank you for unglooming all those. What in Hylia's name was in the center? Oh, probably a big monster fight in that snow there. I see. This elevation ought to help us get to the next one, though. I see an ice cube there. Oh, and there's some magma. Dang it, right in the depths of the... Oh, right, because that's, there's a hot spring here. So all the hot springs are actually geothermal springs? Wow. I guess that a fair number of hot springs in real life are like that. I don't know that that's the only possibility for a hot spring, but I guess that is sort of... It's not too far off the truth in real life, is it? That hot springs are usually above, like subterranean volcanoes or geothermal vents or whatever. Seems like this light route will be in the middle of them all, anyway. And there is another light route that I have yet to mark. One way at the end that we have the shrine for. Good. So it is all more or less straightforward. And if it's anything like the lava from before, we can actually sort of avoid hop around it. And as long as we're like 10 meters away from it, we're not catching fire. Which is my preferred way for things to go. But it also means no wasting time in here. We get in, we light the light route, we get out. Eek! Gotham's lava falls. Oh, fine. Well, I'm here. I'll just grab the post since it's there. Oh, and a chest. That should be fun as well. Perfect. Just what I wanted for Christmas. Let's go. I'm sort of floating in and out of being on fire territory here. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Wait, is the light route like up on top of this somehow? Oh, I'm not looking the way this is turning out for me. Time to eat some sunny things. Yeah, let's eat these sun-fried egg and rice so that we can ungloom a bunch of those hearts and heal them now. I'll go and eat the frog that I just cooked up, foolishly. Round that out with some apples and a palm fruit. Can I ascend up anywhere around here? It's kind of hard to do that while on fire. Oh, the light route's here. Okay, perfect. Muetu light route. Very good. So with any luck, even the stuff around Death Mountain will be sort of the same, where as long as you're running through it... I mean, I guess you don't take damage that fast from the fire. It's certainly slower than you would imagine, considering it's fire. Oh wow, and the bones go down the mountain here. That's so weird and cool. Now that I've seen this light route, I love the... Oh, Hebra Dark Skeleton. Oh, fun. Are they below the skeletons up top? I think they might be. Now that I've seen this one, I'm familiar, like plenty of games have a thing where it's like, to get this chunk of map, you go and go to like a high up point and get a vantage point, like Assassin's Creed has the synchronizing points, and Horizon Zero Dawn has the tall necks or whatever they're called. Is that a silver horriblin? Holy crap. Consider you photographed. And yeah, of course, Breath of the Wild even had the Sheikah Towers, but I kind of like that. I'm really liking this vibe of like everyone you get not only gives you the chunk there, but also amplifies the others that are in the area. So you slowly sort of like swarm and expand into an area. It's really satisfying. 95, 110 monsters, nice. The mightiest of the cave masters, the purple markings in their bodies are due to the overwhelming magic power of the Demon King. Their tough bodies and horns have been strengthened beyond the levels seen in their lesser relatives, making these monsters more dangerous than others of their ilk. Silver Horriblin horn looks pretty nasty. It looks like a scorpion tail, and we obviously want that in the book someday, but I'm not fussing with it right now. Gotta stay focused. Oh wow, that skeleton is super long. God, what the hell used to be that? More lava up this way. Another hot spring? Looks that way. Surefins, that's the one we actually rested in a while ago. Mercifully, once we get to a light root, it unglooms all these hearts, so any gloom damage we're taking here, we can just heal with normal food when we're at a light root. We can just pull out a pot and make up a simple stir fry of some kind. Sorry, I know there's been quite a number of long videos on the channel in the past like few years where I've just been like, I want to do this thing in one video, but it's just the way I tackle problems. I think I'm just like, I hate leaving a big unfinished task, especially when it's like one very cohesive task, like get all the light roots. Because with the rest of the game, it's like, you're kind of supposed to sort of explore and feel it around, getting the shrines and stuff, but with the light roots, they're so straightforward to get, you just kind of walk there, in the most part. Obviously, some of them we had to do, like, the labyrinth, and some of them we had to do find that secret cave on the surface, but for the most part, it's so straightforward that it's just like, oh, the thought of doing it in little chips at a time actually bugs me. Whereas when we're on the surface doing shrines, since we're already doing a great number of other tasks anyway when we're out on the surface, like doing lots of scavenging and looking out for Koroks and other side quests and other main stuff, it feels part and parcel with the whole exploration. Kato lightroot. Whereas here, my brain's just like, nah, I need it all done. I won't even bother healing that just yet. Although we are going to be heading through some lava-y territory in a minute to get to this shrine. We must be missing a lot of shrines in and around here, mustn't we? We haven't been at all around the Tabanta Frontiers, that's partly why. Ooh, something interesting is going on here, on the surface. Oh, that's just the hot spring, I see. And it's warmed around its core by the lava. Should be able to swoop down and snag these posts without getting too caught on fire. It's a good thing our paraglider can't catch fire. Oh, there's a chest here as well. Surfin's Lava Falls. Hello, ultra crystallized charge. How was that up at 54? Nice. And it resets my catching fire timer, which is nice as well. Oh, but we want to go this way because that's where the light root is. Okay, we're definitely going to want to pull out a portable pot and cook something in a minute. Just the second we get out of the fire zone, let's fix that up with, sure, we'll put a bunch of swift carrots, and that'll ought to give us some speed to move along here a little quicker as well. Ah, just what the doctor ordered. Perfect. So is that the next one I marked? It sure is. Ah, of course I had to go and immediately gloom one. 73 Fahrenheit. You think ice like this wouldn't stay intact? Oh, this is an arena. I'm gonna not be there. Ah, this is much better. Put on a good sprint. I should have put on some speed stuff earlier. Oh, that's an interesting thing there. Knight's Claymore, is it? That's Claymore Shiny, and that's not one we have in the book. Sweet. Is that a Rito Feathered Edge that was ungloomed here? Oh, so it is. Oh no, it's a... We're taking it. Oh, it looks so cool, this picture. What are we getting rid of for it? Well, like I was saying, we've proved recently that we don't really need tons and tons of stealth weapons, and this one's only 2 attack power more than this one, and we've used it way more, so it probably has way less durability. Although, it may be that if you attach something to it every time it snaps off, it adds a bit of durability, like 1 hit or so to it, so in theory it's technically infinite. You know what, I'll get rid of this one just in case that's true. But we'll be able to find more anyway at some point. Royal Broadsword Shiny, that's what we like. It's 24 at base, so it'll be like a 55 with this thing. We could also be a little more fancy and make it something a little cooler, but what, screw it. Just go with another nice silver bokoblin one. Be as practical as possible about it. Nice. We're gonna have a whole silver bokoblin arsenal before the end of this, and I bet it's a bit more durable than the rotted away ones as well. I'm gonna put a flower on this Master Sword. First person we hit is gonna be very confused. Oh, there's a light root. Is it the right? It must be the light root. Yeah. So I got sort of away from it at the end, but this is the right direction on the whole. I keep expecting there just to be a top to this at some point. Okay, there we go. That'll make it easier to just run our way over here. Nupa Soyuat light root. Whoosh. Oh yeah, it was another one of these really huge Colosseum crater things. Not exactly the Colosseums, but, you know, with a big fighty thing in the middle. Wow, wow, look at how much we covered here. So there really actually aren't that many shrines in and around here. That's good to know. Is there a depths entrance anywhere around here that we could get by? Like, would it be faster to teleport over here and jump into the depths from somewhere over here rather than try and walk our way over here? You know what? This is really high up, so maybe if I just glided down to the blue one from this here, that would be probably the best thing. It has the look that... Oh, I can't really. It's not going to zoom out enough for... Oh, yeah, I'll show you in a minute. It has the look that... You see how it's like there's this little ring around this, but then there's like a big ring here as well before you even get to these two. So it seems like there'll be one in the middle here as well. Do I have another pin to put there? No, I'm out. But we just did this one, so we don't need this pin anymore. I'll put it somewhere in the middle here so we have a vague idea of where our objectives are. Because it actually might be closer to look towards that and see if there's one to glide down to there. Yeah, we don't know that there's one there. I'll just go to the one we do know. It's hard to tell. Let's just jump over there. Oh, there's a light route right down here. That's certainly helpful. Oh yeah, this is a... I thought this was water, but no, it's a blind spot. Mu Ufatur light route. Isn't that in the middle of the tundra, though? So there's one we're missing somewhere in all that. No, that's right below Sell Me Spots. Oh, okay, so perhaps there's something you can do with her once the main quest there is done. Yes, now that we've got more light here, it's more easy to see what I was talking about. Oh, there's clearly some kind of blobby ring shape here. If you showed up to a masquerade party wearing this, I mean, you'd be the most legendary guest there. Glowing antler lanterns? Totally in right now. We're climbing up almost directly to the light route now, and made it. Well, here we are. Warhihas light route. Whoosh! Oh, look how much map it does. That's so cool. So indeed, we're missing 1, 2, and then a blob of them over here. So let's port over here and just sweep down and get these two, and then I guess we'll port back here. Oh, what's the water like here? No, yeah. We'll port here and then walk at this one and then get all the last few in this area. We're on fire! There it is right there. The reason I couldn't see them when I was looking out of the horizon is because we were way too high. And sure enough, there's the other one. Muikoro light route, Skadoosh, and Aduan light route, which goes skadiddly whoosh. Faster to run from here? Probably. This looks like more of a straight shot. You just kind of run around this way. So yeah, let's teleport over here. We actually don't have any of the shrines that are going to be at the top of any of these light routes. This will all be new information to us. I would wager there are 5 or 6. Corvash Canyon Mine is right beside this light route that I just teleported to over here. My thing also just ran out though, so let's eat our speed up mushrooms, which also heal us a bit. This is a triple speed boost, so it'll be even a bit better than the ones we had a moment ago. I should have checked the recipe. I guess that'll be rushrooms though, so they're better for us than whatever we used in those other ones. It's really not very helpful if I didn't check the ingredients, isn't it? But it is pretty fast that we're running now, so I suppose there's no reason to despair. Oh no, these are only double. So was it a few of these and then like a swift violet maybe? I don't seem to have any now. But nevertheless, the pot's already out, so let's try making an elixir with frogs. These are easy to catch, so we'll just do 4 of those with 1... Oh, this actually, the duration does matter, so let's pick something kind of good here and make it last long. Gibdo guts, sure. Ooh, it critted for triple speed, and then the Gibdo thing made it 1050. Nice. Or, well, actually, I guess we don't know if it was the crit that made it triple speed or if the crit just enhanced the timing even more, but whatever the case, that's an excellent elixir there. So we can use this one next and then this one, and that'll help us, our adventures tremendously in this next little area. I think it's even making it so that since he runs so fast, you don't have to climb for quite as much of it, because he sprints up it so speedily. Looks like just on this nubbins over here, we get to some kind of crossing between the two bodies of water, which become walls down here. Headed straight ahead of me is where we're trying to go. Unless it's below me that we're trying to get to. No, it's this up here. I see. This passage isn't quite clearly lit up at this point, but the second we get this the other few light routes down here, I'm pretty sure it'll be much more clear. Look at the sprint on us now. We go super speedy. Kawumoro light route. I thought it'd give us probably not too much, but it'll help illuminate a fair bit of what's going on in this next bit. Ah. That is useful, actually, because in order to get to the Rito Village one, I almost certainly would have tried to follow the path of these islands, but it looks instead like you're supposed to come at it from around this angle, doesn't it? Maybe there are 2 shrines right around here, by the look of things. Let's get to it. Man, Link running faster makes me want to get to this whole thing faster. See him go so fast and get so energized is really having an effect on me. I am reinvigorated in our quest. What a journey this episode's been, in several senses of the word. Is that a silver like? No, just a normal one, but it looks weird because of the demon juice on it. Aha, you can't catch me, you can't catch me! Not even with your hastiest jog could you hope. Catch up to a Link hopped up on carrots. Look at the way this rock thing like dips into the scenery. It's so weird. It looks like it's a petrified organism or something. Like we're in the bowels of some like really, really big ancient creature, which, considering the size of those bones we saw earlier, I guess isn't entirely out of the question. Oh, unless, did we see a depths entrance on this island? I don't think so. It looks kind of like it just opens up from over here, doesn't it? Stelnox again. And a light root, but let's just mark you with a skull. Sorry, where was that light root I just saw? Hello. That's another destination soon enough, but we have, it seems, 2 in here to do first. Bah, but with no huge light source in here, I'm having a hard time determining if I can get in on this side. I could just be jumping at the biggest wall in the game for all I know. So maybe we go after the nearby light route first, which we know is more like this way. Hang on. Yes! What's that done for us? Oh yeah, this should be better. I like how Reach is just standing in the dark because she probably has no problem seeing through all this. Ah, okay, I'm in a big coiling pillar. That's why it's hard to see anything. But maybe now with this vantage point, it'll be easier to just get into the... Oh yeah, it looks like I'm headed right towards the Rito Village part, doesn't it? Is there just some kind of cliff up here? No, bugger. It could be below me or above me for all we know. No, this looks like the ceiling, the roof of the whole thing, doesn't it? Let's also shoot one down here. And we'll shoot a few around here just to get a sense of this, because this layout, this part of the layout is confusing. Alright, not sure what's going on there, but there's got to be one owing to this bubbly shape here, so... To my right, there should be one just around here somewhere. This is a bit of a vantage point we can have here. I could shoot giant bright bloom seeds in like all directions, and maybe that'll give us a better sense of things. I guess I could also just go get that light root, couldn't I? I'm just going to shoot a bunch of giant bright blooms in all directions and see if that gives us enough ambient light to actually piece together what the hell is going on here. And why I'm so confused. This boat shoots pretty far even with before the charge. Oh, there's our light root. I landed the bright bloom seed almost on it. Pretty close to where I pinned anyway. So, oh, light route. And hopefully that gives us enough light to see how we get into the Rito Village thing. Okay, so there is some entrance on the island, by the look of it. That shouldn't be too difficult to piece together. It's probably another hidden cave like before, since we don't see it, right? But it has to be somewhere within these confines, which is a pretty small search area. The good news is, even if it's a small opening, it usually is like spewing gloom from it, so it's pretty easy to see if you're from if it's anywhere around. It'll probably become pretty quickly obvious whether it's in a cave or not. I'm gonna assume it is off the bat because that was like the last thing we checked last time. I'm assuming there's a cave somewhere around the base of this island, and have a look. But at the very least, we know that for sure the depths entrance is nowhere outside of this thing. We can be pretty confident of that. They've not been mean about that before, making a tunnel that's not shown on the map. So we know this bit is sectioned off from the rest, and the entrance has to be within this area, which is a mercifully pretty small search area. Crazy luck that I found that when I was headed towards to check the bridge between these two islands. Crazy luck, man. What did I tell you? That perseverance stuff is something else. Rito Village Chasm. Here we come. Actually, let me get the glide out now just so I can bypass all this. We'll look into this later for sure. Abandoned Heber Mine. This one actually isn't even too deep in the ground. Because we know the light route is just on the other side of this structure here. Oh, no, sorry, I'm going totally the wrong way. The darkness is over here. I don't know why I assumed it was this way. Sorry, Abandoned Heber Mine, ain't dealing with you net. We are moving on. Ain't dealing with you yet, not net. So tired I can't even speak. But now I'm reinvigorated once again. So little elbow grace is all it took. Seekatog, light route, open! It even lit up a bit south of here as well, which was the next one we had intended to go to right over here. Yes, I know that was my last location. Let me teleport there. Thank you. Let's get our next speed thing up. 10 minutes 50 since we got the crit on it and all. Perhaps what they've done is there are 120 on the surface, like in Breath of the Wild. But then the ones in the sky are where the extra shrines come in this game. By which I mean to say, perhaps we'll find 120 light roots. Although even that seems a bit much with the number we probably have left, because it's like 3 or 4 in here. This looks like 20 maybe. And then this looks like 5, so if we're calling it 30 more, that'd bring us up to, we have 82. 112. Yeah, maybe we are getting on our way towards 120. You know what the best way to figure it out would be? Run to the next one. We've run into a buttload of silver monsters down here, though. It's scary times. Nice little safety nook here to catch our breath before I carry on climbing. It's right close to us, but just up a wall, I think. According to the map here, this isn't just a wall that's the edge of the entire map. So there should be a ledge up here if we keep climbing. There's the light route. Let's see about getting a glide over towards that area of things. Oh, we probably need a bit more stamina here. I don't have that many. Oh, no, I bet a bunch more stamina things. That's right. Oh, we can walk here? Let's do that then. That's much better. Oh, good. Okay, that was close. TotK light route. That'll be a big chunk of the map. Oh, yeah. We like that. So it looks like just 2 more around here. God, another fox. Came out of nowhere. Koronui light route. Whoosh. Ah, there's our last one. I kind of do like that no matter how many light routes you get, as far as we can tell, it never gets, like, crazy easy to see. It's like, there are some parts that are well lit, like this, but it's not so bright like a sunny day. Don't have to climb the whole wall because there's one of these nice ramp coil things. As usual, my estimate was pretty far off, but I was guessing this would take us about 4 hours, and we're going on 5 hours 50. So it looks like like I was saying, we have probably about an hour 50 minutes left. Not an hour and 50 minutes, an hour or 50 minutes. So it's looking closer to 7 hours, so I was off by about 3 hours in my estimate, but yeah, it could be worse. Oh, it's over to my right. Right there. Ooh, is this a Knight's Broadsword shiny? So it is. Very nice. Not too far in power from our Royal Broadsword. They did nerf their numbers a bit, I think. Royal Broadsword was 36 in Breath of the Wild, and it's 24 here, which is sensible. Now that you have the augments you can give to it with materials. Sasag light route. So there's a gas ass shrine above here. Is that whole section completed? Yeah, it is. I like the way you can see like the patterns ripple up it and through it when you clear a big area. That's like the entire western half done. So it's just the Death Mountain blob and this bottom of the world blob here. So let's start from Akala over here. 88 light roots, though. And if there are indeed 120, then there are 32 remaining. I'm going to go this way, into the open, into the wild, into the tears of the kingdom. We also are getting into some spots here where we don't actually have the map, so we can get a sense of some of the bodies of water, but that's about all. Ulri Canyon Mine. Don't slow up now. Nearly there, friends. If you made it to the end of this video, by the way, kudos. Because I can't imagine this was a short watch for you, although I don't have a good sense of how long it will end up being. I was quiet for like a good portion of the traveling we've been doing, but if it's going to end up 7 hours, and I think we could probably cut maybe about half of it, so it might end up down as 3.5 hours. Might be able to cut even more, bring it down to 2, but I'm not sure. I just don't know how much. I don't have a good sense of how much I was talking for, and how much of it was worth keeping, more importantly. Ah, here we go. The reason we weren't seeing any light routes is because I was looking entirely the wrong way. Right in towards the body of waters. There's one, and there's one. Let's see if I can do my best not to mark a tree, but instead mark the route itself. There we go, that's good. Oh, right, any shrines we have in this area, though we don't have many, can be used to help us as well. Like this one. We'll mark that preemptively. But we know that there are 2 in and around here now, which is good. Let's fly our way over there. It's a good start. Oh, I see magma flowing in at the east there. Or at the, no, not the right, I guess that's north. Over on the right side of the screen. Whatever cardinal direction that is. I think we're heading west, so that'll be north. Huge field of pose here as well. Curious. About to hit a wall that's in between us and the next light route, but we know that just over this lip is where we were just looking at it, so we're still on track here. Oh, yeah, it's right here. Wow, it got a lot closer than I was expecting all of a sudden. Eek, but it's fiery here. Oh no, is it fiery all underneath this entire area? Oh yeah, there's a lot of lava around here. Get a Chayam light route. Oh dear, this might be a very, very hard area to travel. I might have to very, very quickly make myself a... Oh yeah, it's just gonna be fiery all around here. Oh man. So whatever elixirs fireproof elixirs we make here are gonna have to last us a pretty long way. The question is, 2 lizards almost definitely only gives you 1 fireproofing ability. Does 3 give you 2 though? Because then we can make 2 probably pretty long-lasting elixirs. I'm gonna try the first one, and we're gonna want to use our good stuff here. So I'll use some Lionel Guts, and I don't even have the damn pot out. What am I doing? Put these away. Need 2 pots, at least. Sorry, 1, 2, 3. Highly valued as an ingredient for elixirs. Sure, let's use that, and then the Lionel Guts I just picked a moment ago. Where'd they go? There they are. We'll put these all together and see where that gets us. Ah, Flame Guard 2. That's, of course, a new recipe for us. For 12 minutes 30. That's perfect. That might even be enough. Probably not, though. So we'll say sayonara to our speed up, and we'll chug this and make another similar one. Although it the sound of it made it sound like it critted. So did it crit on the time, or did it crit on turning it into a 2 guard? We don't know if this area is hot enough that it requires the 2 guard or not, but we don't want to take the chance because we don't have very many flame-proof lizards is the thing. Oh, do we have any butterflies that do the same thing? I didn't think to check. No, we don't. The smotherwing butterflies. We could head up top and find some, but the point of this is that we don't go up top and we just explore in the depths as much as possible. I think we use as many, some more... Oh yeah, like stones are good for this sort of thing, aren't they? Let's use an obsidian Frock's Fang and a shock-like stone. I hope shock-like stone doesn't somehow make this worse protection. Okay, so this only gives Flame Guard 1, so we're gonna have to hope that's enough when we inevitably run out of this one, but we'll see. Mercifully, though, it looks like this area is very much like huge and craterous rather than very complex to maneuver. There's another light route down there and one I marked way over there, but it seems like they're going to be easy to see from afar in this part, which I don't mind so much. Well, this one's way high up on a thing, so... Whatever the case, though, we are on a strict time limit here, so we want to go freaking fast if we can help it. Meaning I better get my climb shirt on, because it's also pretty easy to see around here. Yeah, we're going to have to use a few of our... Oh, is it suspended above the air, the ground here? I didn't realize that. Close enough to ascend? Perchance? You can't just say perchance. Tell you what. Hot air balloon time. Oh, please tell me the hot air balloon doesn't just start rising here because of it's hot. Okay, good. All right, I'm not even going to put a control stick on this one. Just flame emitter will do. You don't fall off. I've got, what's this, the Master Sword? Sure. Won't get in, it'll raise us up, and then hopefully we can ascend, using it. Oh, let's just get to the top of the balloon. Please, I hope this doesn't, knock off balance too much. Oh, it totally does! Hang on! Shoot! I didn't realize that would do that so horribly. Sorry, take 2. Let's try that again. I was a bold idiot. I got to find some area that I can ascend to the ceiling above the balloon that isn't the balloon. Because it's about to hit the ceiling here. And start wobbling around. And if I do this... And then maybe I can quickly ascend here. Oh, it's still... Wait! Oh my god, I made weird things happen! We're almost there! Oh my god! It went off without a hitch, exactly as I planned! It was a calculated master technique. Nifasam light root. Hell yeah, brother. Right, okay. It gives us a bit more of an insight into this area. We're sort of at a higher point here also, which should help us. Oh, it wasn't actually disconnected from the rest of it like I thought. We could have just climbed up around. Well, I feel dumb. Nevertheless, we got up in the end. That's one we've marked? No. There are a bunch here that we haven't marked. Is there that one we marked? Wow, they're just... Because it's this just huge one cavernous area, so they're all right there out there in the open. Was there one down right in the middle here? Yeah, maybe we go to that next and we just sort of work... Oh yeah, this one here. Oh wow, they're all over. Okay, at least they're obvious where they are. How much time we have got left on our flame guard? 10 minutes 13. Maybe it will be enough. Because we can just climb and go bam and bam and bam and just run all between them all. I mean, there's a bit of lava in between us, most likely, and there might be some awful huge new lava monster we've not fought in this game, but there might also not be, you know? If worst came to absolute worst, it might be possible for us to... Wow, something really interesting is going on the left side over there. Might be possible for us to make it through some certain areas of this just by... Is that a big Goron statue? Cool. Sorry, I'm getting started. Just by tanking with health and stuff a bunch. Oh, wow. Is that, like, the fire temple? Because it certainly looks like a temple in there, doesn't it? We might be able to make it through the fire. Must have slight route just by eating a whole bunch of food. Because we do have a fair number of food items stored up, and I like what I was saying. It doesn't... You know, it doesn't drain it too quickly. But for the mountain, let's just try and ride out this fire resistance as long as we can manage it. It's really well lit up there, which is weird. Like I was saying, maybe it's just a big Goron, inhabited Goron mine. Gloom and lava. Not a safe place. Oh, there's a dispenser there. That's fun. Are these igneo pebblets? Yes, they are. That's not a very good picture. This is a better picture. I know it's not the time, but it's always the time. An igneo pebblet glider would also be cool. A very young igneo talus, their bodies toughen as they mature and convert fully into lava by adulthood. As a child, however, while still covered in fire, their bodies are fragile and light, not to be blown away by a bomb's blast. What's with this? This looks weird. But it isn't actually gloom, it's just like a big weird capsule. Oh, and this ramp is just gonna take us all the way up, is it? Perfect. What an adventure we've been on today, though. Holy crap, that's gotta be the fire temple, hasn't it? It's way too built up to just be something. Where'd the light route go? There it is. Oh, there are a few around here. Wait, is that the one I was looking at? No, the one I was looking at was, huh? Oh, up. Don't imagine the Zoro armor will let us swim up a lava waterfall. Might be time for another hot air balloon here. Although, again, this is probably part of the wall somehow, like that other one we were... Oh my god, I'm so close to the lava! Come on, one of these walls has to be sloped enough. Or ceiling... Oh, come on, look at that. Somewhere around here, right? Ah, shucks. We can be pretty confident there's nothing directly above us, because the way we can see a bit of the silhouette of the landform with the way the lava is being spewed. Oh no, wait a minute. I might have gone a little too close even still, but it's fine, because we can probably climb it from here, even if we hit the ceiling in a minute. Oh, maybe we're not going to hit the ceiling. Oh, perfect. I actually spaced that, like, with incredible precision. I'm very impressed with myself. Kuga Karam light route. Seas. Let's see how much of the map that gives us. Probably it's a fair bit, because it's right in the center. Not bad. But we know there were two just to the north of this, right? But this is going to be a good vantage in the future for teleporting to the other ones. How many have we got? How long have we got? Oh, 5 minutes 20 left. We spent a long time there. You know, there were two sort of in sequence right over here. Let's get these two, and then maybe if there are more... Right, there's the one over there. Okay. One over there. Do as much of them as we can here, but we might have to return to the surface and grab some flame-proof stuff somewhere. But that was a lucky crit, if this place does require 2 flame-proof. Misisi light route! Whew. Oh wow, Din rolls right there. It seems like there must be a lot of shrines in here, because each of these is not actually doing that much in the grand scheme of things for the map. Okay, but there's another one right over here. Ooh, shoot. Maybe our hovercraft would be good for this place. And a bunch of hovercraft and a bunch of large charges. Yeah, I don't want to risk just landing it in the lava. Let's just carry on with our stamina and running and jumping and gliding. Will this be enough of a glide to get me there? Looks like probably not, huh? Okay, I take it back. We all of a sudden very much need an hovercraft. Get over here. Oi, you. One. Oh, don't you tumble into lava. Oh, he's so done. Thank you. Why did you push each other out of the way like that? Okay, just make the hovercraft. It should be enough with our power to get our way over there. Probably also be faster than whatever other silly method I want to try it as well. Maybe we can fly over the next one this way as well. Oh, shoot. I was looking out where I was going, and I was steering it in all wonky way. Okay, hopefully this lands pretty easily right here. Ah, good. Got to voyage light route. I like that the pacing in here is a bit different, and it's all just this huge one big cavern with it all. And it's very dark, only illuminated by the lava for the most part. We can actually see the northern wall now, so we've got a better sense of the whole size of the whole area. Probably only 3 or so minutes left on the flame protection though, so let's not slow down now. And we got our battery all back. Let's rocket towards the other one we know is somewhere over this way. And we're likely to soon find out if a single flame resistance is enough for this place. I'm gonna guess not. Second you go anywhere near Goron City, it's usually like double fire there. Alright, there's the one light room. Scorching Coliseum we will not be dealing with just yet. Let's land on the side of it though. Oh, regenerate? Oh, actually, didn't have for large charges. What am I being silly about? Time is very much critical here. And it may be that this one, our one thing isn't enough, so we have to... Ah! We better just stay in the air as long as we can. Make this go fast. Make the best of these 2 minutes 48. See, there's one down there. There's also one right over here. Let's get those two next, and that might be this whole area covered. It looks like there's a lot missing now, but a lot of it is just the edge of the map, right? So, and plus there's probably a bit of it still in a Kala over there. I'll cut the engines there and start them again. Catch ourselves. Oh, that was actually played to perfection, me. I'm kind of getting the hang of piloting this thing. He says, like, 52 episodes in. Katija Base light route. Off we go to the next. Yes, as I expected, that did a fair chunk of it. Now, this here is part of Gut Check Rock, right? So if there is a light route around here, this is all a Kala past this point. So we're pretty much at the bare edge of what is still counted as Death Mountain here, I think. So let's go get that last one down there, and then we could probably teleport back over to this one, even though it pains me to part with this thing we just made. That would probably be the most efficient way to travel about the place. But yeah, probably another large charge here. Or no, we could probably run that reasonably quickly enough, or just jump off this thing since we're going to leave it behind in a minute anyway. Wow, seeing this whole place all at once now is pretty crazy though. Thank you, glider. You served us very well. I don't see where it went. Did I light it perfectly in that lava pool? Is that Neo Talus over there? Maybe with a quick snapshot, even though we're desperately like going on the second to second. Kisamam, lightroot. Horrible, horrible picture, but let's not try and correct it now. 97 of 110 monsters. Look at us go. This enormous monster is actually naturally camouflaged as molten rock. Neither sword nor arrow can pierce its fiery form. Merely touching its magma hot body can burn you pretty badly, but you may be able to scale it if you use something to chill its flames. Kisamam, lightroot over this, whatever this one was called. Activated. We're just going to see a huge chunk of it here, right? Yes, okay, so it's up into the safe Akala region there that the last one is. So we'll get that in a minute when we're not worried about the fire. I am very impressed, heartily impressed by our performance here so far. But let's get into not resting our laurels now. Let's... Ooh, this one might actually be... This one's a lot closer. Yeah, let's do this one. It's also reasonably high up. Maybe, since we're no longer near right at the heart of Death Mountain, we're in the less flame guard requiring area. So if any area were to require only one flame guard, it would probably be this area. So we need to go to our right. Is that the thing I'm looking at there? Sort of. I think we better travel up here to get some height, though, because we're going to be gliding most of this way. Might take another victory stretch after this. We're going to suddenly just see ourselves catch fire when it runs out, so that'll be an easy way to know, as far as I'm concerned. Is that a chest there? Yes, it is. Shall we go grab it? This isn't really the time, I guess. All right. Is it enough? Seems like no, we're still on fire in a pretty big way, aren't we? So the time has come to ask us what are we going to do about that. Let's just check this chest in the distantly faint chance that there's a flame-proof elixir in here. Because that would be super topical. Nah, just one of these. Let's leave. Oh, it's glowing blue around them. So if you don't fuse anything to it, does it get the property that it goes up really powerful when you're near monsters? Maybe that's it. Right, okay. In theory, this shouldn't be too hard to deal with. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, 4 is only... one flame guard as well. Shoot, so you do need 5 per. Ah, damn it. Okay, so let me go get 6 more. Hello, boulder. Oh god, there are more. Look, you need to not do that. Ah, it's too low below me to aim it. Hang on. Lights out. Wait a minute, sorry, what? The one we did initially, the one we just did, it was 4 lizards? Oh, so lizards aren't even enough to do double. I guess it's gotta be the butterflies then. Ah, damn, unless you get a crit, I guess. So really what I should be doing, if I'm going to do it with the lizards, is I should be just doing it one at a time with a bunch of eyes, so that it, in the hopes that it crits to get double fire, but it retains the really long time. Okay, well let's do that now. Hot feather pigeon. This rare breed of pigeon lives near Death Mountain. The fireproof feathers are valuable as clothing material. They usually prefer blazing hot environments, but lately they've been seen flying high in the sky where the air is cooler. Very fun. Okay. So until I find something better than a lizard, i.e. the butterflies... Or maybe there are dragonflies as well you can use for this. I guess at this point I could just make it to Goron City, couldn't I? It's probably not far away. I could just buy some armor or whatever. I was hoping not to make too many big, like, new city discoveries or anything like that. Stuff it. I'll just start cutting my way towards, Oh, here's the tower. Oh, that's not one of them, though. That's a warm butterfly. Summerwing, which I also don't have in the book, but the ones we're looking for have black wings. Oh, these aren't scannable, so maybe they're the shrine birds, just like in Breath of the Wild. There's a shrine way up by the top of Death Mountain there. It's probably above one of the light roots we got. We're right close to Goron City now. Let's hope I don't accidentally run into any story stuff and trigger cutscene or whatever. Oh, look at all those statues there. Brings back some memories, doesn't it? Actually, still hasn't even gotten to the so fire that we can't be here. And we're nearly at Goron City. That's kind of weird, isn't it? Maybe that's not why we're not finding any of these butterflies, is the climate's all messed up here or something. I mean, the top of Death Mountain was belching out like a huge quantity. Wow, that Druid statue is just incredible. Goron City! A huge statue, a bout of gloom. So, oh yeah, there's no lava here. It's all just water. It must be really cold for them. Hopefully that armor shop is still wherever it was. Do I remember where it was? Does it get marked? I just flew past it. Because it is right here. Ah, perfect. My old duds. I just got all my money away to Beetle. Damn it. Oh, everyone's a little demonic around here. Something's wrong with the rock meat. Customer. Only reason I'm still running this place is because Boss Bluto will get mad if I close up shop. If If I had it my way, I'd quit and live out my days covered in a massive pile of beautiful marble rock roast. Something's wrong with the rocks they're eating. Let's just pawn off some of our junk here so we can buy clothes that will help us not die. I guess we don't need any of these anymore. Really, we only need 2 pieces of the armor set as it stands, so... Let's forego fashion and just get the 2 cheapest ones. So 700, 1200, and 1400, so we need 1900 total to buy the 2 cheapest pieces. Shouldn't be too hard with a bunch of the gemstones and stuff we got. Even if they're possessed and weird stuff is going on here, at least they have the customer service required to... Ooh, we have a lot of opals, actually. Ah, sure, get rid of all of them. We'll find more, we find them all over the place. To actually pay us for all this stuff. So I appreciate that. I'll pawn off 25 of these because they sell for a fair bit for one reason or another. That's enough. Good. Yeah, you're doing some work in the caves? Back when Death Mountain was active, this area had tons of lava. Flame-resistant equipment was really popular at that time. Nowadays, the only folks who buy this stuff are Hylians or lava lovers who work in the caves for Unobo Co. Unobo Co? What has Unobo been doing here? That's why you're selling it for dirt cheap? I wouldn't call that dirt cheap. But thanks anyway. It's discounted. Very good. Put those 2 on and we'll be back. Oh, I look so metal now. We're back in the caves and out of your hair. Sorry. Ah, finally. Okay. Can explore this place with no time pressure. Ugh, that's better. One way or the other, it does look like we're getting them all today. It was a bit dicey there for a while, but I'm pretty confident now. Not too much more can stand in our way. I won't say nothing can stand in our way, because that's empirically not true. Oh dear. You know what could stand in my way is that my camera SD card capacity. We've only got an hour 22 left on it. Although, like I said, I don't imagine we're going to go past 7 p.m. here. Although, if I were to hold to that, it would mean doing it in 23 more minutes. Or not 7 p.m., but 7 hours recording, rather. Which is close to 7 p.m., but not exactly. But the time of day doesn't matter to you, because that's me. I didn't know. Forget about it. Cow meat lightroot. Have that. Oh yeah, do we have any more speed up things, or did I use my last one? Because if we do, I could use them now since we've got the fireproof armor. Oh, that was a likable chunk we just got then. It's a shame we couldn't hold out a little longer because it seems like we're just about at the end of all the ones that are going to be covered in lava. Right, off to the pink one, and then we'll just cleave up through the 2 or 3 that are here, and then we'll head back to Akala, get those 2, then down to this area in Zora's Domain. And we're nearing the final twist of this. Oh, hello. That's one. That's the purple one. No, we don't have any more speed stuff. Too bad. Well, we can make more carrots up. We had more of those. At this point, just run. Forget it. We're almost there. You better not bother me. I'm doing something. Bugger off. That'll take them out of commission long enough for us to get away. I have to be laser focused now because I spent so much time getting the fire stuff. Speaking of laser focused, I never noticed how scratched up these night shields are. Why is this thing's boss music still playing? We're so far away. Forget about me already. That was the past. No longer. Oh, happy day. Since we're exiting the fire area now, even getting towards this one. Which means it's actually gotten a lot darker. Here's the light route. It is... Uchkok light route. Sorry, Wichkok. There we are. That feels better. Okay, start with the Akala ones up here, because that looks like it's going to be a bit tedious to climb around this area here. This looks like the kind of armor set you'd have in Dark Souls. Unless there's some kind of hidden cave, I expect the Zora's Domain ones are going to be pretty easy. It's mostly just mountains and peaks around there, so it might be a lot of up and down, but it should be pretty straightforward. Wow, tons of ambient light in this area, though. You can just see way into the distance over there. That's so dope. Oh, that's an entrance to the depths. Oh, don't, you're scaring me. Like, oh my god. Don't. Just don't. Holy crap. So obviously I didn't see these light routes at any point, so I don't have a strong idea of where they'd be. I've just thrown marks somewhere in the vague direction I'm hoping to find them. Oh, is there like a big ravine over here? Because we're now getting to the area where this is around where I would expect to find... Oh, right, this is Korok Forest, is it? No. No, we're not there yet. That's over here. But the pattern of this place is a little weird because there's this whole bit here. But it looks like the light route's probably going to be more like over here rather than right at the edge of this. So I say we just keep climbing straight ahead here, basically. All this stuff that we're seeing up there is that ring of water I was just looking at. Big old weird crater here. There's got to be some interesting stuff going on right in this very vicinity. I can sense it. We got to be getting close anyway. It's because we don't have all the map here. It's hard to say exactly how precise I am about this, but the wall can only go so far here. Bunch of pose there, so there's a bunch of ground here, which means that this is a good likely place to find the light route, I would say. a good vantage. Oh, here we go. This one ought to help us search for the other one as well, because there isn't much else in the way of light around these two. And once you get down to where there's just one, usually it's pretty obvious. Tyamic lightroot! So that other one just shrink into a tiny bubble? Yeah! Ah, so easy to see now. And by the look of things, I was pretty close with my pin, so I'll just put a green one there now. It's weird to be down here while it's also... there are embers in the air as well. Speaking of Dark Souls. Picking up a bit of speed with sliding here. This could be useful. Eh. Not too useful. Oh yeah, there's an up here, alright. And boom! Bosh! Sikotamak lightroot. That should be this whole northern area cleared, so it's just Zora's domain, that blob at the bottom. Oh no, sorry, we have left the western part of Death Mountain to do. Sorry, I got way out of myself. I'm excited because we're so close, but look at the progress we made in this one episode. Holy crap, we went buck friggin' wild. Okay, so there's clearly going to be one or two in the Korok Forest here, so let's start here and get our way into that. This is clearly the moat around Korok Forest, so we just got to get in by following it along until it leads us on the way in. Minchi Grove. This is the Minchi Forest around here, which is an obvious anagram of Minish. It's obvious to me, anyway. Apartment complex. I find it quite simple. Interesting bit of zonai architecture here. Might be leading us towards something. But I see a lightroot. That's part of one of the ones in the woods for sure. One right in the heart of the woods. Oh, weird that we don't have that shrine that we walked past marked. Maybe I loaded the save after or something. While we're here, not that it's our main objective, we may find some obvious reason, like I was theorizing before, that there might be something you have to do in the depths to make the Korok Forest accessible. The whole Lost Woods segment. I obviously don't know that for sure, although this layer of fog at the top of the world looks kind of eerie, doesn't it? We might run by something that very obviously has something to do with the whole Korok Woods smog. Or there might be Ascension Point up through... ah, yes, there is! Okay, so maybe that's what you're supposed to do, is ascend up through the bottom rather than go across the normal way. Korok Grove, Great Hyrule Forest Depths. Thank you for this little patch, game designers. That was very nice of you. But the light routes should all be pretty close together, thankfully. So we've solved our Korok Forest problem as well, it would seem. But we're not going to deal with that just yet, in case it wasn't obvious. There isn't a ton we're missing around Zora's domain, by the look of it. Oh yeah, there are these creepy old smiley trees as well. Echinopup lightroot. That'll give us a huge chunk of it. Yeah, now we can see that there are 3 shrines in here at least. But they all look pretty relatively close together, because in the woods it would actually be a little more challenging to move between them, I guess. And they might be like before, where some of them are only finished when you do a certain thing. But, wow, are these the roots of the Great Deku Tree? They go crazy deep. They keep going as well. It's cool how even though the depths has its own sort of vibe, you can still get a vibe of the area. Like, this still has a very Lost Woodsy vibe, even though it's all depthsy as well. Rikona Sum Lightroot. Siege Nin Lightroot. Bosh. Ramobnuckus Lightroot. The Ramobnuckus Lightroot. We found it. Slamma! Ah, there's even one, there's just 1 or 2 left in the actual Death Mountain bit. Yeah, 1 or 2, probably like 1, 2 by the look of it. It doesn't look like it'll be an easy journey, but we'll give it a go. Ooh, Grand Poe up here. We're gonna be headed sort of past all this nonsense vaguely to get to our next few. Abandoned Elden Mine. That's this area that I just flew over here. These big mines, they're like the huge drills. We've seen a few of them. I hope me walking beside this temple does not trigger anything to happen. If this is in fact the fire temple, that would be pretty cool, because a lot of it is accessible just from, like, I could walk there now. Like, I think I even saw one of the terminals there. Isn't that what that is? Oh no, that's something else. That's a railroad track. A railroad, like, switcher. I thought that was one of the terminals that they would have you activate. Oh right, no, it isn't terminals in this game. They all have their own different thing. It was batteries in the Gerudo one, and like water wheels in the Zora one. Nevertheless, we're heading towards our dark areas here. Let's just put 1 pin there and then 1 there-ish. Looks like there are 3 to me. Oh right, we're actually trying to head across this way. Excuse me, Fire Temple. I'm not doing anything. Oh yes, over there we can even see one of those exits to the surface. Nearing the end, my friends. No, Fire Temple, I'm not doing this now. Lost Garandia rediscovered. I just don't put me at the start of this, please. I'm not ready. Thank you. I suppose that's spoiling a bit of the surprise we would have had if we had dropped down in here at the time of going to that temple and been like, oh wow, look, it's underground. But That's alright. We choose our own adventures in this life, and this is the one we chose, and look at what we found. A whole bunch of light roots under the ground. Somewhere up this never-ending wall is a light root or two. Seems to be sort of the trajectory we need to head anyway. Yes. Curving a bit to the right here. Luckily it's very knobbly, so we can catch our breath in basically everywhere. Yep. It's out of fiery territory and back to normal territory, which makes it does in fact make it a bit harder to see. I wasn't imagining it before. There's our blue light root. Nope, that's not one we've marked at all, actually. That's probably, but it probably is the one I meant when I put the blue one in there. And then we can see another one in the distance. Okay, good. They're all not too far away from each other, and they're seemingly all visible. There was a dragon over there. Is that Frosh? At the top there? Hard to say. Yeah, maybe Nadra, because of the direction it's from. I'm not sure. Frosh is usually a bit more in the near the rainforest, aren't they? Ooh, cookies, light root. This ought to make it very clear where the last two are in this area. We can't really tell from here, but yeah. Oh, maybe it's just one. This seems to be the old, used to be dark Typhlu ruins. Oh no, maybe there are two. Yeah, probably like one here as well. Where are all my pins going? Oh, I'm not removing them, that's why. We already did see one, though, over here, right? Let's mark it more properly. Ah, is that it? Yes, I'm going to mark the tree if I'm not careful, though. Is that a gap enough in the tree that I can put a pin on the light root? I think so. So I was close enough with my green guess there. Let's head towards that, but keep an eye on our left in case we see the other one. Oh, we're back into fiery territory, so good thing we kept this clothing on. Oh, wow, it goes way deep here. This is a huge basin. But it should be straightforward to get up to that then, because it looks like it basically curves up to that direction. No, maybe it's a bit steeper than I thought. Yeah, no, it's beveled enough. We'll be alright. Get in! Here we are. It is... Kayam Lightroot. Simple name. Amazing, amazing progress we were making here. I'm so proud of us. Didn't end up turning into my entire day, but there you go. I was way off in my estimate that it would take 4 hours. In fairness to me, I did not anticipate just quite how many of them would be like tricky ones where you had to do something from up top first. Is that another luminous stone deposit, or is this finally the first day where we'll get a normal stone talus? I think it looks luminous from here. Let's hopefully not get set on fire here, but if there's a chance that Dinral will start giving us some updrafts here, which would make it actually easier to travel along here. I think maybe we're not high enough for that. Whoa, 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 whoa. Eat this! Is that the last light root? Oh, I see it. And once again, whenever I do one of these long episodes, it's like, I have no idea what the viewing experience for this is going to be like. I'm sorry in advance if it is just dreadfully long and weird and unpleasant. But we're near the end now. So if you made it as far as this apology, then I guess you're going to manage all right. Right on, right on. It is the... Katanim light root. Brilliant. So we're going to pull a teleport here. At which point we'll be able to see precisely the number that we have here. Which will be something to boost our confidence as we carry on into the end. Come now, how long can this little blob take? It looks like maybe 1, 2... Could even be 3, like 1, 2, 3 here, and then like 4, 5, 6, 7... And then maybe 5 in there, so maybe 12 more? Let's find out! We've got 107. Perfect. So it does look like, yeah, 13 is probably a reasonable estimate, because probably it goes up to about 120. We're getting into areas where we actually do have shrines, so we can start pinning these. We have these two, but we don't have whatever is over here, although it looks pretty localized, so it's probably going to be like right here. Oh, I'm not allowed to put anyone anywhere around here, so it's probably all water. So probably, if anything, it'll be like here. But those 4 there, and it'll be our starting guide. So actually, there are a bunch, should be a bunch pretty close to here. Oh, it's a Lionel, frick diddly. That's a blue Lionel, right? So we already have one of them? Yes. Let's bugger off before it notices. Actually, I'll put on my stealth greaves and then miner up here. So we're still pretty evil and metal looking. Fortunately, they lowered these Lionel's sensitive hearing senses a fair bit in this game, so they don't just like see you from 30 miles away and shoot you dead. There's a light root. Newzimod light root. Show us the money. Whoosh. Ah, yes, okay, so that one's going to be right in, like, this little corner. Not sure what the red bits are, unless that's just gloom that is on top of the architecture, I guess so. Yeah, it looks like there's a light root, like, right in this little corner somehow, doesn't it? Unless there'll be, like, a depths entrance here somehow in a cave. Actually, that's sort of worrisome. I guess there would be one here, but there isn't. Is there, like, a shrine really close to this tower? Because it looks like there's a bubble around there, doesn't it? And there's obviously one here. I'm going to port over here and check this out, because this worries me. Either the light root's like way close to the wall, or there's something else strange at play there. It looks like you should just be able to walk there, though, doesn't it? Oh yeah, well the land does a bit of a curvy little out-jutting bit there, so that's probably there's probably just like a tiny little chamber there where the light root is. Because there's this little wiggly bit here. That's probably like right where the light root is. But that's right behind us. But man, it's pretty bright down here now. Still very gloomy mood, but if you hit the right spot, it's certainly easy to see. Obviously over there it isn't really, because that's sort of where we haven't covered yet, but... Oh, hello. Ooh, that route over there might be an easy route to it. Let's see about getting onto that. Ah, there's a whole sort of pathway up there. Let's get into this whole action. Let's involve ourselves here. Yeah, because there's this whole slope here and everything. This is exactly what they want you to do. Of course, you could bypass it with a plane or whatever, but since they put all these beveled edges right here and we're right here, oh, I can make this climb in real life. Okay, maybe I would be pretty careful about this next part here. Maybe I wouldn't do this part in real life, but that bit we just did, that was fine and easy. I could have done that in my sleep. Wow, look at all the cliffs. Agihi Ikaj, lightroot. My struggles of trying to say these things are nearly over. Well, it actually gave us a fair bit of ambient light down forward as well. Should we teleport back to this one? Yeah, because we want to go get this one. So let's teleport actually even over. Yeah, probably here. We'll catch fire for a bit, and then it'll be fine. My life story. Run, get out of the fire. You're almost there. Run. Ooh, ooh, oh, screw it. Just put on the... Don't be stupid. Okay, I stretched when I did. It would have been much harder to do this whole thing if I hadn't had an earlier on stretch. Looks like we want to be heading through this passage. This is sort of the way we're headed towards where this little blob is, and then we can circle back around for these few. Ah, we're going to have to do something kind of awkward. Oh, this one's not far from this, so once we get this next one, we'll teleport down here, just grab this, and then maybe back here to carry on here. That's a bloody Yiga base. They're everywhere. Probably should have been marking them too. But someday we'll check it all out. Oh, right there. God, I've not got too much space left on my hard drive though. Gotta friggin' hurry there. Gotta keep an eye on that actually. The recording might just suddenly stop, which would really suck. Right at the end especially. Just gotta retain my focus, that's all. And on knees seek light route. Was that we're down to like 10 or maybe 10 fewer? Wow, that did a lot. I said we'd pop over to this one. Oh, actually, this is connected here, so I could even run that. But this is a lot closer, isn't it? Yeah, but since this is connected, once we go here, we can run through here and then carry on this way. Yeah, that's what we'll do. So close, so close. Now I'm getting real peppy and energized again. Sorry, the lighting's weird. This light has just died in all the time. Oh, I was doing a bit. Yeah, let's put it back on. What is that? Oh, it's just a mumble. I thought there was just like a Lionel just chilling out on top of a rock. Man, I thought the dragon quest was tiring. I mean, it was more tiring because there were fewer leads in it, whereas this one, we've always sort of had something we were chasing, I guess. So this one is probably easier than that, but it is also tiring in its own right. But we're so near to the end now, and I am increasingly glad that we did it all in one episode, because otherwise they would have, like that, finding the hidden cave in Rito Village and in the one that was sort of around the moat in Hyrule Castle, with the one that was just across from Hyrule Castle, those two would have taken like a half of an episode, right, to find. So they would have really eaten up time in later episodes, which would have sucked. Alright, so just left back through the hole we just came through and then east. There's a huge blob here, but I think it's just like the entire shoreline will get finished once you get this one, say. It's a pretty high wall here, so I probably will need to mount it and vault it and scale around a bit more. Unless the light route's very low and I'm just not seeing it because I'm not looking low. That could also be. We're nearing it. Oh yeah, it actually is quite low, judging by the regional topography. Should be like right down there. Yeah. Is there another one? Is that another Mokta rock, or is it the same Mokta rock as before? No, we got the light beside the other Mokta rocks. It's just another Mokta rock. How many Mokta rocks? So we might be in for another heavy climb right after this, just to get back that distance I just dropped to get to this one, but that's all right because we had to go down here anyway. We know it's like. Route. I like the names in this one are like very obviously distinct from the ones in Breath of the Wild. Like of a distinct linguistic style, I guess. Right, so there's something going on. This is the Zora's Domain one, which will be right here. This one we're also going to head to next. How easy is it to get? I guess this chamber makes it look like you could just sort of walk there. Or maybe crawl there. Let's give it a try. Just a bit around the left side here, there'll be a passage. I guess it looked like it was deeper, right? Like it looks like it's low down. It's kind of hard to say. 85 puff shrooms now, though. Look at this go. 86. Luckily, there's just this tiny peak here, which will be enough that we can get our way all the way to the top. From here, once catching our breath here. Very polite bit of game design they've done for us there. There's a ledge here to catch our breath on, which we absolutely should. That looks like a light route there. Is that one we already have? Yeah, of course it is. It's the one I just walked past. Now, where is this tunnel? Is it higher up even still? Oh my god. Maybe at this elevation. Oh yeah, this looks more like it. Either that or there's a tunnel way over on this elevation that you need to go in here. Oh yeah, it kind of looks like that there, doesn't it? So if we don't find an opening on this wall, we drop down, I guess. Ah, shucks, that travel medallion that we could have gotten at this point probably would have helped with some of this stuff, you know? Yeah, the darker color means deeper, so this whole area is deeper, and it doesn't just suddenly drop off here, so clearly that means we gotta go back this way. Who is throwing things or doing things? Oh, it's a Stole Lizalfos. We don't have one of them, do we? Were they even in the previous game? I'm struggling to remember them. That's a cool picture of one, though, even though it's kind of out of frame. The remains of Lizalfos appear in the dark. They're sly as ever, even now that they're just some bones stacked atop each other, and still possess sharp, blade-like sharp horns. If a skull remains intact, they will pull themselves up and continue to fight, indeed. Well, they were in the last game, because I remember you could get the angled Lizalfos arms. So what we're trying to get to is... This here looks sort of like the same elevation, the same color as this, and it looks like there's even a bit of an indent in the wall there. So presumably the tunnel, if it's anywhere, is... Oh man, a Yiga thing right beneath the Zora hideout, home base? That's just mean. There's a light route anyway. Abandoned Linearu mine. There's a Poe on top of the light route. This is a light, relaxing swim, this. This is the kind of swim you do in the morning in a ritzy hotel with a pool. Oh my god, now that I can actually see how deep that water is, that's terrifying. Calgum light route, though. Brighten up the surrounding area a bit as well, because there's clearly one over there. How close are we to that? From here, it's actually a bit of a journey. So, do we have one? We've got this one here. Actually, would probably be easier to just fly around to that. And we also know there's one here. I think these are probably the final 3 in this area. So let's port over here. 113 light routes. So the 3 here probably implies that there are 4 at the bottom of the southernmost end of the map. Let's get it done. Where am I going? South, which is this way. And as anticipated, this huge altitude we had is going to help tremendously in getting along here with the glide. Rocketing towards our final 7. Oh, 28 minutes left on the camera. Is that going to be enough? It might be. If not, I'm not going to force it. I'm just going to do the end without a camera. Sorry about that. It's not really worth... Because the game is also... On my hard drive on the recording, the game is also almost out, so... If I stop to replace the SD card, that might be the thing that kills my time. Oh man, this one's way deep. But I don't have much of a choice. Ploibus Canyon Mine. And the light route is... Nehi light route. Awesome. Ihan that does sound familiar. Good. Sweet. Unfortunately, it does look like it'll be a bit of a climb out here, but it's probably the closest to we have. Yeah, because it's otherwise it's... Yeah, this is the closest we can get, so sorry about it. I think it's up this way that we're kind of trying to head. Yeah, well, at least it's pretty easy to climb by the look of it. Actually, we do have a bunch more carrots. Let's just make a few more speed up things, because it will actually really help now. It's mostly pretty open terrain we're on. That carrots and carrots all for me. Luigi! No, sorry. That's better. I should have done it much earlier. Either way, since it's 2 batches of 5 minutes, that'll run out before my camera does. We're hardly experts on what the terrain over here looks like at this point, but it seems like it'll just be a straight shot through a bunch of climbs. Oh yeah, this is a huge pillar right here that you could climb up to the top of, but I think I'll just go around. Well, that said, maybe as we're getting to the beach, it'll be better to be higher up. Let's try and get it high up here and see if we can maybe even just glide down all the way. We're trying to get. In the interest of time, I'll just do my red jump here and then eat a few more things and do a few more red jumps. Because we've got a bunch of these little single stemella shroom things that'll let us do a few really big jumps here. And that's most of what they're good for, really. Since there's such a small stamina bump otherwise. You can not eat them in bulk, anyway. This is chiefly what they're good for. Near to the top now. Is that enough? Yes, it is. Okay. There's a light route. That's the green one. So that is our next one, yep. So climbing up here was absolutely the right idea. This has given us a lot of ideas of what to do next after Rito Village, but I was thinking we would do, after the Rito quest, some kind of big walking around, picking up quests from all the stables episode. Well, maybe since we just did a super long episode here, we should space that out a bit. Instead, maybe explore Korok Forest or something. Since we know there are shrines there. Well, the first thing we do after Rito Village is get all the shrines that we just unlocked here, I guess, and finish those labyrinths. Well, we'll worry about it then. I'll worry about it when I'm more awake. Oh, I'm going crazy deep here. There's going to be another huge climb up ahead. Bugger. Maybe it's a bit beveled. Oh yeah, it's totally nice. They're being nice to us because I know we're almost over. We're almost finished. They're encouraging us to the finish line. I can feel it. Up we get. That ought to be right at the light route. Yeah, there we go. What's that? 5 left after this? Kigopa light route. Boosh. Remember the Applejack or Applegate light route? Remember getting the shrine rather. I remember getting that shrine. I don't remember which shrine it was, but I remember that name. Let's see about all the shrines we have marked here. Let's start preemptively putting some pins here. Help us out. Oh, I guess this one we're going to have to get into this depths entrance for it, aren't we? Anyway, if we sort of scale this wall hugging to this cliff here, we should probably have enough elevation that it'll be really easy to drop down onto the light route whenever we get where we're going. Oh, there's actually even stuff you could walk up here. We should go do that. Look at this little perfect little perch here to get your stamina back. And another one! It's the best day ever. It tends to be that when I use the capture card for a long time, though, it does get quite patchy in places, so I apologize if there's a lot of weird wobbly wibbliness in this video, but again, if you've made it this far, you've probably already noticed it. Right around this corner, though. It's just we're keep whirling around this, hugging to this wall, and we're going to be right, it's going to come right, soaring into view in a very short period of time. There it is. I say we end with the one in Lake Hylia. That feels right. That feels very satisfying and like a good one to end on. Here we go, here we go, here we go! Head towards the Rainbow Bridge in the sky! Kuzumoy Light Route! Boosh! Shoreline covered. Holy crap, look at it all. Down to this one, don't stop. So there are likely to be 4 around here, so we're looking for 3 before we head to Lake Hylia. We have equal number of light roots and Korok seeds now. That's incredible. We're gonna have more light roots than Korok seeds by the end of this. Give you an idea how much work we did today. Holy crap. So pumped. 18 minutes. I think we can make it. Even before my camera goes. Should we just head here? We should be able to see some... Oh, another talus. Is that finally a normal talus? Another luminous one, bugger. There's a light route, though. Is that the green one I marked? Yes. This will be our guidepost for moving forward into these next few. Although, at the southern shore of the Lake Hylia here, it should be pretty straightforward, I would imagine. A lot of open plains and stuff around this area. And a Frox, jeez! What happens if there are 2 bosses fighting you at once? Which health bar does it show? Yes, yes, yes! Rock on! Kosustu light route. Only 3 more now. Let's get that whole southern shore. Whoosh! Oh wow, we got a huge chunk. We're going to be very particular about these last few. We're going to be able to easily tell where they are already. So there'll be one in this big area here that's kind of hard to see. Oh, is there a river blocking this all off? Is there a depths entrance somewhere around here? Oh, well, we've got a light route here. This is probably the easiest way to get to this one, because we know there's one here. So it's the one in here that we're not sure about. So we'll get to the light route that's down here, and then once we get this one, it should become very, very obvious where the last one is. Interesting, interesting. So they put 120 shrines on the ground. So the shrines in the sky are extra, so they'll probably be a number equally dividing by 4 as well. And since this is right on top of the labyrinth, it'll be an easy vantage to look out on the rest of the world at. From. Not at. Well, I guess at. You can look out at something. That makes it sound like you're looking at the thing, rather than looking from it. Never mind. Look out from. The shrine's location would suggest it's somewhere over here, although it looks like there's a huge hill in the way of us and it. Oh, that's the light route there, isn't it? We can even see the stem goes way up into the sky. It's gotta be right overhead here. Oh, flying past the statue in the dark is pretty creepy. Is the light route way down, or is there something in between us? There's the million rupee question here. Oh, it's way down here. Oh, I see. Here we go! Kawatik light route. Kitawak shrine. Yeah, I think we had one of those. Right, it's still not amazingly precise, this last one here. It would have been much better if we had this, the one in Lake Hylia here. Yeah, you can clearly see there's just a passage from this island over to the other one. Awesome, that's a perfect one to end on. So somewhere in around here, this is our final test right here. But it should be pretty straightforward also. Let's just put a few pins in here and track them both down. That is to our right here. In all this darkness, it should be easy to find. 1 minute left on our speed up, so it'll run out just in time for us to finish this last little stretch of this. This all looks like pretty open plains here, so I think it would be hard for it to hide. Do we see it at a glance from this peak here? Let's stop and take a moment. Do we see our pins is the real question. What am I looking at here? Oh, the wrong way. So it's actually more like over that big ridge there, so we need to get higher even. Once we cross this ridge, we'll probably be able to see it. This is that ridge I was talking about, so once we get over that side of it, we'll be seeing where all this darkness originates from. I know that isn't how that works. Darkness is the default. Of course, we do have a wide area to search here, so if we don't see it immediately, it won't be... is that it there? No. It won't necessarily be painfully clear. So stupidly and blatantly obvious. But it should be somewhere. It should be looking out over a pretty vast landscape, I would think, here. So I'm going to put a giant bright bloom seed far out as I can. See what that does for us. Oh, I see. I'm not nearly quite in an open area as I thought. It's perhaps over this ridge. Or maybe it's just ridges all over this place, and to find the light route would be challenging for that reason. Bugger off. Let's get higher. Let's get higher. Can't be too far away. Might actually even make more sense if it was... I mean, it does look like a pretty circular shape, so you'd expect it would be like somewhere right in the center here. Which would mean I should be looking out this way, I guess, and running this way. Is that it there? I saw something orange in the distance there. Oh my god, it's the first stone talus. This is surely a sign. This enormous monster is naturally camouflaged as a rock formation. Neither sword nor arrow can pierce its stony form, but a cunning adventurer knows to scale its body and attack the ore sprouting from its peak. It lives not only in meadows and rocky areas, but also plains. There you go. But piss off for the moment. I'm doing something much more important. Let's do that giant bright bloom around here. Yeah, I didn't really have much. Let's try to head to the very center of this region we're trying to get to, which is this way. I gotta keep going this way. Not lose sight of which way it is that I want to be. Let's see, launching another bright bloom seed very far into the head here. Boom! Oh, I hit a tree, damn it. Aha! At last. I figured if we head to the center of this, it would be just enough. That means this truly is the home stretch. And all the home stretches I was talking about before, forget them. This is the real home stretch. How many gigabytes left on my C drive, which is what I'm recording to... Oh, 2.7 gigs left. We got it. 2.7 gigs left. 10 minutes left of the camera. Nearly there. This light route. Nico C, light route. Get that whole map except for Lake Hylia. Oh, let that be light routes. Keep this victory going. To Lake Hylia with us. This is just incredible because we actually, of the 78 shrines we have, maybe 10 or 20 of those are sky-based ones. So in terms of the ground-based ones, since we know that there are 120, we're actually missing like 60. So these light routes are going to be incredibly instrumental in finding them. Up we get! Let's hope we can make the swim here. Oh my god, I'm going to swim out of a maelstrom? I'm so freaking powerful. Oh gosh, no I'm not. Okay, let me try that again. Oh, that's not going to be enough. Hang on. Do we have a sky island that's close to this? This'll have to do. Come on, 7 minutes. Just pick up the pace a little bit. 2 gigabytes left. So close. Okay, just gotta fly backwards now, over towards Lake Hylia. This is not the way. It's over here. Let's get our gliding gear on. Should be able to even just see Lake Hylia. Somewhere down here. No, that way. Yes, there it is. Right by the glyph. Okay. With these this glide gear, we should be able to get all the way over there. Oh, 6 minutes. Come on. Man, this full glide set is something of beauty. Let's get right overhead of it. All we gotta do is dive. Not now, star fragment. Come on, come on, come on. Oh, we're gonna be cutting it crazy close here, but I think it looks like we're gonna make it. Like Hylia Chasm. Oh, how deep is it? Okay, crazy. This is the last light route we gotta do, and it's just in one little chamber way over here. All we gotta do is walk straight, fly straight, move straight. We can do it. Move like you aren't drunk. Which I'm not, by the way. I'm just high on life. Come on, come on, come on. Just a few more twisty-turny chasms, and turns and tunnels. Not chasms exactly, we already dived into a chasm. I'll just be right around one of these corners. I'm just living for the moment. I'm right now living only on the moment. For the moment. I wish we'd turn one of these. There's a big old happy glowing orange. Yahoo! Rock on, friends. Because oh, don't ruin this moment for me. We have made it to Amoni Light Route. Boosh! 4 minutes left on the camera. How many gigs left on the hard drive? 1.2. And we've got the last light route. Oh, what a crazy, crazy, incredible adventure we just went on today. And what a satisfying conclusion to that. We got every single one. Amazing. Just amazing. I wonder if it does anything special now. It'll at least probably say on the map, all light routes gathered. Whoa. Oh no, that always happens. I've just skipped this cutscene so many times that I forgot what normally happens. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of me. I'm so proud of us. We are ridiculous, man. We're wild folks. You found every light route. They have dispelled all of the darkness. Dispelling darkness metal, and we're for one who's conquered the darkness by lighting up every light route. This special item commemorates blessings received. What do you mean it commemorates blessings received? I don't know, but wait, dispelled all the darkness? No way. You're not saying if we went down to one of these really crazy deep areas. You're just saying it's as bright as it can be, right? Surely not like we'll be able to see the very tippity top of the chasm, of the depths. Okay, good. That is just what they mean, is you have as much light as can be had. It's not going to just be like a floodlight, like a million watt, 10 trillion lumen light down here. Perfect. Well, I am totally drained of energy now, but what a crazy thing we just did. I can't believe it. Oh my god, I'm literally into the megabytes of thing on my hard drive. Okay, sorry. It's 800 megabytes left. Next video on the channel is going to be some more Final 3 Houses Verdant with Assassins. That's all for now. Thank you so very much. Thank you so much for sticking through this. This was a ridiculous thing we just did. Admiral's gonna be out of here now. Hopefully I'll see you around. Peace! Which can't be countered. Oh wow, I'm getting diced. Hey, I would like to move. When do I get to move in this game? Okay, there we go. Okay. Holy crap. You know what? Now that it's a duel, what I was just saying about getting to understand the systems, game systems a bit more and understanding how they're